Of drugs.
Yesterday's strike believed to be at least the sixth in what the president considers armed conflict with drug cartels. The U.S. military reportedly capturing survivors after the latest strike. Britain's Prince Andrew just announcing he's giving up all of his royal titles, including the Duke of York. In a statement released by Buckingham Palace, the younger brother of King Charles says he and the royal family have decided the continued accusations about him distract from the work of His Majesty and the royal family. Prince Andrew continues denying any wrongdoing stemming from his friendship with the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The latest revelations are in an upcoming posthumous memoir from Virginia Giuffre, who claimed she was trafficked by Epstein and had sex with Andrew when she was 17. America is listening to Fox News.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. And see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
Here we go. Look out, it's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis, sidekick, producer, sports raconteur extraordinaire, and the mechanical mangler at the controls. Let it rip Friday with Flounder. And here we go, 404-741-1230 as we begin our actual program. Pete Davis, what's new up in the mountains of Macon, sir? There.
For the first time in a long time, I saw Jupiter last night, and It was brilliant.
Oh, excellent. Saw Jupiter.
Like a diamond, red and green and blue flashes coming off of it. It was amazing.
Oh, really? We have a telescope, or what do you got up there?
No, naked eye.
Snake, I'll be damned. Outstanding. And, well, that's pretty spectacular. I mean,
to the northeast, kind of.
Yeah, well, just makes me want to say Saturday. Got to get that in there. That's stupid.
That's what she said.
Prior to some reports, it was not Uranus.
It was not Uranus. No. Hey, ho. And the mechanical mangler, Flounder and Mrs. Flounder, the lovely Veronica. What's your plans for the weekend, sir? You got anything going on here?
Headed down to Athens tomorrow for the Georgia Ole Miss game.
That's
and probably going to grill out tonight and relax on Sunday.
Excellent. Now, do you do tailgating, or do you know anything about that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I lived in Athens from 99 to about 2001. And the cool thing about Athens, if you've never been, it's like one of the only towns that the entire town tailgates.
Yeah.
The entire town. Apartment complexes, restaurants, everybody tailgates.
Yeah. Well, when I was at Final Four, I had when I went to the Georgia Auburn game, and it was wow. I mean, that was an awesome experience. And Pete Davis plans for the weekend. What anything so special?
Let's see. You're gonna go.
What you got in your mind for you?
well, the itinerary.
Yeah. What do you know? She hasn't told you yet.
No. Actually, it's planned out. It's planned. Going to see a band play tonight at a bar.
Oh, band
and
bars,
then tomorrow going to a Paul Fest, which is basically bands and eating to help the Humane Society up here.
Oh, well.
And then to a corn maze.
Nice. Oh, really? A puzzle, an actual cornfield puzzle maze?
Corn maze. Yeah. All this in between, college football, and then a winery.
Oh my.
And then something tomorrow night that is to be named. Party to be named later, I think is.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Well,
so Sunday's going to be sitting around watching Falcons.
Yeah. And by the way, prediction for the Falcons are in San Francisco, right? I think.
Boy, that's historically, all those years going out to San Francisco. It was always a rough trip out there. But the 49ers are injured, so this is a time to do it.
Yeah, and the Falcons defense, they're swarming and they're excited and they're looking good, and so on the offense, I'll tell you,
it would prove that they're legit if they can go out there and win against a decent team. Well, a greof coach, really offensive coach.
And a quick sports that we have. Holy crap, it's sports, and it'd be a little after 5 o'clock. But two things that I noticed, kind of making as I was doing my news checks this morning. And New York Post made a big article about Scherzer on the mound, and I saw the first part of that game, and he was horrible. He walked like, in fact, I was saying ball 7, ball 8, ball. He walked like 2.5 guys in a run, thinking, oh my God, the poor bastard, because he'd been out, he hasn't played. No, I mean he's been hurt and everything else. And I thought, oh man, he's making a wreck of himself. Yeah, he's 41 years old. Anyway, and then all of a sudden the story, I stopped watching the game, and then I read the story this morning where his pitching coach went out to take him off mound. He said, get the hell away from me. Our manager said, and he said, get the hell out of my I'm not going anywhere. And the manager later is quoted as saying, thank God, I've been waiting for him to do that all year, to tell me to go to hell and get out of his face. And the manager
did in the dugout too.
Yeah, he was screaming and yelling at him, so I'm not doing that.
That's exactly the kind of guy you want on a roster in the playoffs.
Exactly.
And the Braves have been missing somebody like that for a while. I want a kick-ass person yelling.
Question, when the manager comes out, isn't he supposed to take the pitcher out?
No, a second trip.
It's a second trip. It's a second trip.
Whoever comes out on trip 2, the guy's gone. If a guy comes out for a second trip, then he's gone.
Well, I was listening to Nick and Chris on 680, and they were saying at first the manager was, if he walks out there, it means I'm pulling you. If I jog out, I'm just going to talk to you. And supposedly he started walking at first and looked up and saw Max staring at him, and he took off at the jog.
Is that what it was? Yeah, you do get a visit, but again, if he like, and by the way, I remember a case where the manager was coming out to take out the pitcher, and he raised his wrong hand. The manager said, yeah, we're going to the bullpen, and put his left arm up, but he really wanted the right-handed pitcher from the bullpen, and they made him take the guy warming up who was left-handed.
Yeah.
Did you? I had no idea that was a thing. If you're a manager and you raise your left hand to the bullpen, you've got to take out the lefty. Even if he's not warming up, they got to pull him out of the bullpen and pitch. I had no idea that. I saw that years ago, and I thought, oh my God, I had no idea they could do that, and made him do that.
The great Mo Drabowski, who used to play for Baltimore, was traded or went to another team. He knew the phone number in the Orioles bullpen. So he would call and impersonate Earl Weaver and say, get so-and-so up.
Oh, I love it.
So Earl Weaver would look out there and he'd call, why the hell is so-and-so up? Sit down. And then an inning later, he'd call again and say, get so-and-so up.
I love it. Freaking bad. That's like the boys in the bus or whatever. What was the name of that boy? What was the hell with that guy's? The Ball 4?
Ball 4 was a great one.
What was the boys on the bus or something about the Brooklyn Dodgers?
I think so.
I can't
Roger
remember.
Codd had great books. And so many.
Yeah, anyway. Well, cool. And by the way, it's 309, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Letter Up Friday. We have Neil Boortz joining us at 4 o'clock. Still, I think we're okay with that, right, Flounder, as far as we know?
I haven't heard from Neil, so it's TBD at the moment.
Sometimes it's iffy. He travels, and of course, he's on the Boortz bus, and sometimes he can't get to a place where he can log in with whatever the hell we do. So sometimes he may be on a phone or may not make it. We don't know. But we're planning at 4 o'clock, and we'll just keep you posted. So that's all I know. Oh, also, one quick update thing, and I don't want to prolong this, but I'm getting questions, and since I don't know, I want to pass it along. Flounder, on the business with our YouTube thing. Okay, I still am feeding my videos to the Kimmer Show YouTube page. So if people want to see, if they're on the YouTube page and they want to see my stuff, they can go there. But if they want to listen to the show...
They go to you still go to YouTube, and you go to the search function, and just type in Extra 1063 and hit the follow button, and then every time you're on YouTube, it'll give you any updates on what shows are playing.
Okay, but
so again, just go to YouTube, type in 106.3, and you can find the Kimmer Show.
Okay, but so if you're on the Kimmer Show YouTube page, you're not watching the Kimmer Show live in the studio.
No.
And if you want to watch Kimmer live in the studio, you have to go to
Extra
106.3.
That's correct.
YouTube. Okay, because they wouldn't want me associated with the radio afternoon video feed, so they wouldn't want to get
they want to push. They want to push Kimmer to the
off
extra
to the side there for the.
No, they want to put.
Oh, I saw it. I think it's working the other way. No, I'm just harassing everybody. I found out the other day the freaking morning show is getting fanny packs. They were very excited. Oh, yeah, they got very excited.
I thought they were men.
I know, I thought so, too. They're getting fanny packs, but I thought it was pretty cool because we're all getting Harleys. So it was unbelievable. So I showed them up. So
what is a fanny pack again?
I don't know. So one of those little things that girls wear when they're walking around. It's like a purse, a butt purse. It's kind of
clutch.
It's a butt purse. Yeah.
It's a butt clutch.
It's a butt clutch. Yeah, sort of a girl butt clutch. Yeah. They get little names on them. It's a little morning show.
Embroidered.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Rhinestones, little pizzazz.
Anyway, we tease, we joke.
Neil is confirmed for 4.
Neil's confirmed for 4 o'clock. Also, I have very good news. And again, I'm sorry, there's going to be a little. I got like a couple of personal things that are very important. And if it's too bad, it's too bad. But I'm going to do it anyway. The first one, I'll do the second one later. The first one is that if you follow my feeding videos on my Kim Peterson Facebook page and also YouTube Facebook page. The terrible news a couple days ago was that Woody passed away. Woody was the alpha of the Clydesdales. There are 2 Clydesdales at the stable where I go, where Jack the Good Boy, he was there 10 or 12 years. He passed away a couple years ago, crossed the Rainbow Bridge. Well, Woody crossed the Rainbow Bridge a couple days ago. He was 22 years old, just like Jack. Anyway, Woody and Buzzy, his companion, they were not related, but they're both Clydesdales, and they were together for, I've been there 13 years, and they were there when I got there. So I think they were probably together from childhood, even though they're not the same family, but I mean, they're not related, but they're basically together pals. And everybody was wondering, oh my God, poor Buzzy, how's Buzzy going to get along without all of a sudden Woody's gone? Well, let me read you this, and I've been posting videos of the 2 of them and so forth, and because that's what I do, and people are reacting, and it's very sad. Animals, we love our animals like family, and so we lost a treasured horse. Anyway, I just got a message from Jenny, who runs a joint up there at the stable. Says, good afternoon. I see a lot of people, going to the Kimmer Show things, I see a lot of people asking about Buzz. He buddied up with Watts right away after Woody passed, so Buzz and Red Racer are best friends now. Watts is a racehorse from New Orleans whose mother, a girl named Molly, got a call from a guy at a slaughterhouse in New Orleans and said, hey, I got this great racehorse here. He had a little trouble with his foot, and so he can't race anymore, so they're going to put him down. He's in line to get slaughtered. And she drove over there and said, no, I'll take him. And that's the story of Watts, and I call him Red Racer, and he's alive today, and he's a beautiful horse, and he's a gaited horse, and he's really a terrific horse. Retired racehorse, and he's a goof, and I have a lot of videos with him and playing with him, stuff like that. And apparently he and Buzzy I just bonded immediately, and so I can't wait to go to the stable tomorrow. I go every Saturday and Sunday and take videos, and I can't wait to go tomorrow to see them together and get along. And so anyway, that's the great news that Buzzy's fine. He's got a new friend, and everybody's going to be fine. So anyway,
isn't it a little too soon to be picking a best new friend?
No.
What was I, chop liver?
No, it's not too. It's perfect.
Should be a mourning period.
Everything's fine. He had his mourning period. Horses have, thank God. I'm so happy about this.
Soon.
It actually chokes me up because I'm so happy that it's a thing, and I can't wait to go there tomorrow and take some videos of the 2 of them. And anyway, so that's the good news. Also, later,
okay.
What?
You watched Ghost, right? I think the first show was last night of the season.
I've not seen the new season. Yeah, but Ghost is a great series. Yes.
Okay. The husband thinks he's going to die, so he says to his wife, "It's okay if you marry again." After, of course, the official 7-year mourning period.
Yeah, and then he said, "Would you marry again a guy who likes to go fishing?" And she'll say, "No, he has a boat, but it's only for water skiing." No, wait a minute. Oh. So hey ho, it's like the wife says, "Honey, if I die, would you get married again? Would your wife play golf?" He says, "Oh, and she's left-handed." No, wait a minute. All right, 3:15, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. It's Letter M Friday. What do you think? You're killing me here. Let's have some fun. Look out. Stand by.
If you love listening to Extra all week, make sure you're here this weekend for even more great local shows from across the community. The All 4 Seasons Home Show, Ben Burnett, Janelle King, and so many more. Listen to them this weekend or anytime on the all-new Extra 106.3 app.
Okie doke, if you're a builder, contractor putting in someone's backyard and pool deck area, Stovall and Company, your third-generation family business. 11 locations. Latest one up there in Canton. They are ready with your wholesale landscaping supply stuff. And I mean how. Seeds and plants and flowers and trees and bushes and shrubs and sod and sprinkler systems and the whole deal. And again, they also do a lot of things to raise money and give their money to charity, like Breast Cancer Awareness Month and things like that, too. And if you're looking for something they don't have, they'll tell you where else to get it, even if they lose the sale. And working on a backyard like outdoor kitchens and fireplace stuff, they can take care of that stuff for you, too. StovallLink.com.
Hey, Atlanta's Mark from the Safe House. I have a question for you. Am I the only person pissed off with the mainstream fake news, liberal judges,
and whiny liberal politicians
who don't realize why Donald Trump is president, and fake safes? And you may wonder, why fake safes? Well, a fake safe is like Joe Biden, cheap and ineffective. A real safe from Atlanta Safe House is like Donald Trump, tough, effective, and provides peace of mind when you need it the most. So drop by Atlanta Safe House and check out the largest selection of safes in the Southeast and see what a real safe looks like. So go to atlantasafehouse.com.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I recently read an article that said 65% of those surveyed, they're more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are of death itself. So let's talk about some of the ways you can help our listeners replace that paycheck they've relied on for all these years in their working lives.
Well, it makes sense that they'd be scared of that, because what do you do if you run out of money in retirement? You're going to go back to work? Who's hiring folks that are retired, and physically and mentally, you're going to be able to do that? And isn't the whole point of having a financial advisor so that you never have to worry about that again? So one of the ways that we do that is we build a fully comprehensive income plan so that we know there's money coming in every month that'll cover your bills, give you the quality of life that you're looking for, no matter what the market's doing, no matter how long you live. In some cases, regardless of what happens to you health-wise. So we can put plans in place to eliminate or at least mitigate all of those kind of risks every single person deals with in retirement.
I know a lot of our parents relied on pensions, but let's be honest, Evan, the pension is becoming a thing of the past. But there are ways for folks to create their own personal pensions, aren't there?
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of do-it-yourself pension. But when we do the pension ourselves, the one negative with a pension is all the value in the pension goes away once you turn on the actual income. With the plans that we build, with the do-it-yourself pensions, you maintain that asset, or more specifically, your surviving spouse, your kids. And so you live forever. You get a ton of paychecks, and whatever's left over goes to the wife and kids, surviving spouse, beneficiaries, whoever that might be.
Call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary review of your savings and investments today. Call 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
According to the FBI statistics, less than 0.01% of all altercations require a lethal response. Think about that. We all have a safety plan and includes firearms, but that's only necessary less than 1% of the time. So what's your plan for 99.99% of the time? Start with Byrna, B-Y-R-N-A. The Byrna less lethal launcher can de-escalate a situation with the firepower necessary to incapacitate attackers for up to 40 minutes. I carry one myself. Every family member connected to me has a Byrna launcher. The new Byrna Compact is the world's smallest, less lethal pistol. It's concealable anywhere. It fires powerful kinetic and tear gas rounds. It'll stop an attacker cold for up to 40 minutes. No background checks, and it's legal in all 50 states, and it ships straight to your door. Byrna has protection for every member of the family, from safety alarms to personal defense sprays, because your first line of defense should always be less lethal. Visit Byrna.com today and find the right launcher for your family. Byrna, BYRNA.com.
All right, stand by now. Here we go. Yeah, we're ready now. That's what's that now? 2,025 years ago today, a flat in Montague Square, London, once owned during the 60s by Ringo Starr. That apartment, that flat, went on the market for about $700,000. 2 bedrooms, 2-story property. Was also Jimi Hendrix's home. John and Yoko and Paul McCartney as well lived there during the 60s. And on sale for all those famous people who used to live there. I assume it's sold. Yeah, fire, baby. I got another. I'm doing a lot of personal things today. I did a personal thing. I'm very excited. I'm actually choked up about the horses being happy again together with the passing of Woody up at the stable. And on the birthday list includes Gary Puckett, as in and the Union Gap. Gary Puckett is 83. If you don't mind, that was my first. Well, my second concert I ever went to with my wife. And at Arizona State, and Gary Puckett we went to the concert. It was at Arizona State because that's the only. Well, in fact, that's the only college that would let me in after I flunked out of the first two and joined the Marines. And when I tried to apply to Arizona State, they hadn't wanted nothing to do with it. So my wife, I'd been married for 2 weeks, and then I went to Vietnam. So my wife went to visit our cousins in Phoenix, and while she was there, my newlywed and then soon departed wife, went to the Arizona State people and said, "Hey, listen, my husband would apply himself, but he's in Vietnam." And I had like zero transferable credits. After 2 years of college, I think I had one geology course which they would accept, but they let me in. And as it turned out, the dean's list, and I was happy and everything was up. But I was
look where you are.
Well, there you are. And again, being married and dedicated after the Marines and stuff, and I came back and I did 4 years and 2 years and heavily wonderful. Anyway, thank you to my wife, and Gary Puckett in the Union Gap was my concert at Arizona State because she got me in there in the first place. And speaking of media stuff, on this day in history, 1960, Charles Van Doren. On this day in 1960, a contestant from the TV quiz show 21 is arrested, accusations of perjury, because he told a grand jury that he had not been given answers before the show 21 on TV. In order to boost the ratings, the producers of the show started scripting the contestants' responses to the questions. Van Doren became champion after previous champion Herb Stempel was instructed by the producers to intentionally give the wrong answer so that he would lose, and Van Doren, who was prettier, would win. Van Doren's winning streak earned him $129,000. It would be like $1.1 million today. His success on the show earned him a spot on the cover of Time magazine. They gave him a job on the Today Show and made him a host. A year after the loss, though, Herb Stempel blew the whistle and the scandal broke. When that broke, Van Doren was fired by NBC, and you may know the movie Quiz Show, based on those events from 1994. And nothing happened to the network or the producers or anything else. They all got away with it. It was the fix was in.
Ray Fiennes was great as Van What's-His-Face, and John Turturro was good as Stempel.
Wonderful actor. He's a great actor.
And didn't Jack Barry, who was the host, he was kind of in on it. Yeah. He was later the Joker's wild guy.
Oh, yeah, he was a monster celebrity TV host. Absolutely.
Producer, game show producer.
Yeah. Because they all went. Well, again, and that was also the days in radio rather of payola, because nobody really, there were nobody really knew any ethics about anything. They were just playing music and they were just trying to entertain people, so they didn't really think that it was a thing. It was just they were just trying to entertain. Obviously, you can't cheat, in order to fake it all. But still, that it was. But a lot of things changed after that. The payola scandal, and after that, boy, in fact, I just signed a document here and gave it to Stan or Stu about that I'm not supposed to talk to pretty girls or something again. One of those freaking things.
Oh, another HR meeting. Well, you told a joke so funny that HR wanted to hear it too.
And remember I got in trouble. Poor Pat McDonald, one of the greatest things. Shall I tell that story, or has everybody heard that one? This was back on the old days in the radio, many years. I had been 98 or 9 or something like that. I don't remember. And we're on the radio, and that was the day they picked to have a woman come in to give us a sexual harassment lecture, and they have to do it every year, and the corporate does it. So they flew this woman in from corporate headquarters, wherever it was, here in Atlanta, and so she comes in, and so we're all together in the meeting place, And then she walks in the door, and she's a knockout. And she's got a rack on her that's stretching the boundary of that blouse. I mean, it was like she was, came off a stripper stage or something. Yeah, she deliberately was a sexy knockout. And for some reason, this is not right, but for some reason, when she walked in, everybody started looking at me. And, like if oh God, is Peterson going to say something? Like that. And I said, now wait a minute. And nothing happened. She gave the lecture and nobody did anything. The lecture was fine and everything on there. She got her thing. And this was like in the afternoon or whatever before the show. And so then at 3 o'clock, I come out and do my show and I'm talking about this girl. And I said just what I said to you a minute ago. I said, so in walks this hot chick with a great rack stretching out the material of that thing, going and talking about. And then people were looking at her and I was laughing and joking and what I was just doing a second ago. Well, the woman from out of town had no idea who I was or what we were or anything else, was listening to my show after she did her lecture and was going about her business and was listening to my show.
Doing something.
Yeah. And she heard me talking about her and the reaction and stuff like that and how they were all looking at me and I said, da-da. And she was so upset about it that she went to Pat McDonald and wanted me suspended and punished for commenting on my show. And so he called me in, and in fact, with the vice president of the corporation was there too when they called me in for a meeting. It was like the next day or something. He called me into his office, and he told me what had happened, and I related to him that for the record, comments you make on the air, on your actual part of your programming, if you're in the programming department, do not count in HR against sexual harassment comments if it's part of a program. So it's not like you're deliberately, you're giving your program, and it's exempt from, requirements about how you behave in the office, obviously. So there was no reason they could legally couldn't do anything to me, but he wanted me, and he said, and so basically, and I love Pat McDonald was wonderful, and he said, they're making me do this, he said, I'm so bad, I'm so sorry, and so he said, we're going to pay you, take a couple of days off, and so I did. I got like a 2-day vacation or something, but it's because the girl got so mad, even though she should have known that I was not violating the rules, and she was from HR. Anyway, so I didn't even do anything except do my show. Anyway, so all right, here we go.
It's a honey trap.
It was a honey trap. It was. She did it on, I guarantee. She probably wanted somebody to say something so she could say, see what I mean? This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Justify her job.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway. I'm sorry, Flounder.
We have Marsha on the phone. She wants to talk about, she's seeing a lot of chemtrails today where she's driving.
Oh, really? Marsha. Hey, sweetie, what's going on? Tell me what you're seeing. What's going on?
Hey, I've been listening to you for a long time, and I called in several years ago, but I live in Woodstock, Town Lake, and I drove all the way out to Williston, then over to 120 off of 575, and the chemtrails.
Well, we're losing you. We've got a horrible line.
Call back connection.
Can you try to call back? The line's so bad we can't understand you. It's probably my fault.
The Rosicrucians have gotten to her.
It's possible. It's very possible. I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Some people, I never used to think about the chemtrails, but someone pointed out the other day and showed the way the clouds were moving, how they went from chemtrails to completely envelloping the whole sky and saying, water vapor doesn't usually work like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
When it's just a chemtrail.
I don't know. But you'd think some pilot would, because they're flying, and you would think that those people would kind of know something about that.
They don't know what the mechanics have put in.
Good point. Good point. Oh, we're getting none of those stupid statewide public service commission municipal election report junk and delete. All right, thank you. God, give me a break. Like every 20 minutes. Anyway, sorry. Kimber Pete and Flounder, 329. Holy cow. Geez, we got a million things and haven't even started yet. And
hour to go, and you get your halftime report. So you got some
got work to do.
You got a lot.
We got Boortz at 4, so I'm not going to get anything in. Ace Frehley died. I guess you probably heard by now. And again, I think Pete mentioned yesterday that he was on life support or in a very bad condition, and he passed away. Ace Frehley. And apparently it was because I'm thinking, you know what I do? It's Frehley, I know, but Frehley was the guy who played Bub on the old TV series back. Oh God, was it Jackie? No, was it
Nobody?
Oh yeah, I know, but his name was Matt. Somebody Frehley anyway. Ace Frehley is dead, 74 years old. He had fallen last month and hurt his head, and apparently had a brain bleeding issue, and passed away. A few weeks ago, fell down, and family was there when he passed away, along with Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, and Peter Criss. They founded KISS. He was in the group 73 till 82, and then had a solo career for. But anyway, KISS founding member Ace Frehley, dead at 74 years old. Frehley. I can't say it's Frehley. Thank you. And did you see that Prince Andrew now is no longer anything? He's just the big fat load. I mean, what a slime bag.
How's he getting his money? Where's his money coming from now? How does he support himself?
Oh, I assume they've got to have bank accounts from the past. I don't know. We'll see. God. Oh. All right, 3:31. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounders. Let it rip Friday. Oh, we got stuff. We got things here. Oh, the Marines at Camp Pendleton, California. Boy, here we go. And also, Netflix has the gay Marines. Well, the Pentagon, the War Department has a little something to say about that. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How you doing? 3:31. Let's go.
Morning Extra from 6 to 10. Glenn back until noon. Clay and Buck from noon to 3. And the Kimmer Show on your ride home from 3 to 6. Plus Jesse Kelly from 6 to 9. And Jimmy Vela from 9 to midnight. The voices you need all day with the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Its intelligent technology is intuitive. Its responsive performance, responsible. Turbo power with a hybrid assist, a digital yet sensual cockpit, and sporty elegance helps make the C-Class a driver's delight and paradise for passengers. Get an exceptional offer on the 2025 Mercedes-Benz C300 sedan. Just $499 per month for 36 months with $5,043 due at signing, exclusively from RBM of Atlanta in Sandy Springs. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this vehicle and many other models during the RBM of Atlanta's fall sales event, now through October 31st. Special lease rate available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Service through RBM of Atlanta, Sandy Springs through October 31st, 2025. Excludes tax, tag, title, and Georgia Lemon Law fees. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit us at rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 for details.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Big moments deserve big-time craftsmanship. At Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we've been family-owned and operated since 1982 because we know what it means to show up when it counts. Jaron Solomon here, and that's why we're proud to be an official Tacori jeweler. Each Tacori ring is handcrafted in California, going through 20 elite artisans before it hits your hands. Not mass-produced, not generic, always personal. And with Solomon Brothers, you get lifetime cleanings, unbeatable financing, and the largest Tacori selection in Georgia. Stop by a store in Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg. Visit SolomonBrothers.com to book your private appointment. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, where love is in the details and legends are built to last. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs and official jeweler of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
my opinion on how Trump is doing so far. All in all, good job, and so glad the hyena is not in the White House.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
I've never heard this song. Okay. Every time. I love to watch flounders. I've never heard this song. I played it last week. It's David Byrne. 5 years ago on this day, David Byrne's American Utopia, I swear to God, I've never heard that name or that song, ran on Broadway from October 2019 to February 2020, debuted on HBO. David Byrne's American Utopia, directed by Spike Lee and produced by Spike Lee. It had selections from his album, American Utopia, as well as songs from his entire career. Byrne performed alongside 11 musicians, all of whom used wireless or portable equipment. And the film won both Emmy and Tony Awards. American Utopia. I swear I've never heard of him or that. Was that a huge thing? I mean, where was I 20 years ago, like 25 years ago? I don't know. Do you guys know that, American Utopia? Yeah, but
never heard of it.
Never heard of it? Well, it's a Spike Lee thing, and it won Emmys and stuff, so I guess I feel better. I'm not alone. Anyway, let's see. Birthday. If you ever watch the TV show Murphy Brown, the guy who played the newsman is Grant Shaud, S-H-A-U-D. Grant Shaud is 65 today, and he was the Murphy Brown guy. And this was a huge day in a very famous battle that I don't think most Americans really have any idea about and have never learned it, mostly in school. I know Pete knows all about this, and just a quick update on this. Americans win more than a battle at Saratoga, 1777. The British General John Burgoyne, who was also a playwright, surrenders 5,000 British and Hessian troops to the American General Horatio Gates at Saratoga, New York. On this day in 1777, Burgoyne had 8,000 men, led them south through New York to join forces with the British general's troops along the Hudson River. They camped near Saratoga while a larger Patriot army under General Gates gathered just a few miles away. Let's see. After capturing several forts, Burgoyne camped near Saratoga. Failing to break through the American lines, he retreated, and then British reconnaissance forces were repulsed by Benedict Arnold, the American general.
The hero.
A hero of the American Revolution. General Benedict Arnold in the Battle of Bemis Heights, known as the Second Battle of Saratoga. And by then, he had 20,000 Americans surrounding the British. 4 days later, Burgoyne had to agree to the first-scale surrender of the British forces in the Revolutionary War. He negotiated that they would be returned to Britain by pledging they would never again serve in North America. 6,000 of them were kept in captivity at a great expense to the Continental Congress till after the war. But there were arrangements with U.S. Ambassador Benjamin Franklin to start providing French aid to the Patriot cause, and that assistance was crucial to the eventual American victory in the Revolutionary War because of what happened at Saratoga. And they said, oh, my God, these guys can do it.
If Benedict Arnold hadn't done what he did there, that Burgoyne would have gone all the way to New York, and they would cut New England off from Pennsylvania and the southern states, and it would have been the end of the war.
Saratoga. And today is known for its racehorses and racing and so forth. It's a beautiful piece of land. I mean, it's a gorgeous piece of territory in New York.
It also has the largest mobile home park I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, is that right?
I think an entire valley. It was like
I think I remember that's a famous
trailer park.
Yeah, Saratoga. Anyway, Kimber Pete and Flounder, 339. How's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Donald Trump's at the White House with Zelensky from Ukraine, and Zelensky wants Tomahawk missiles. Donald Trump would like to give them to him, but if it does, it'll mean a whole bunch of escalation with the war with Russia, because Zelensky would use them to blow up Russian oil supplies and so forth, and that would probably turn the tide. But that would also, I'm sure, bring in China, North Korea, and God, who knows? I mean, I don't know. I'm not hardly
an expert of any kind, even a very good observer of what's going on between Russia and Ukraine. And by the way, how is it possible? Donald Trump, again, I think it was this morning or last night, said last week 7,000 troops died. Every week, between 5,000 and 7,000 people die in the Russian-Ukraine war. And I'm thinking about, I haven't even seen any of that video. Have you seen any video of any kind about explosions or are they dying by gunfire? Are they blowing up, communities? I mean, you'd think with 7,000 a week. I haven't seen a single bit of footage from the Russian-Ukraine war that shows anybody getting killed. You would think that that's all that they'd be covering. I mean, I'm flabbergasted.
Who's covered? Who's got cameras to go in there?
Well,
Ukraine and Russia aren't letting any cameras go in there.
But you would think that you think one side would be able to show how bad they're treating. I mean, it's amazing. This is hell, Vietnam was the living room war. Over dinner, people are watching all this stuff live in Vietnam. This war
begs
is
a
nothing.
question.
Yeah.
Okay, Ukraine wants the world's support. Why aren't they showing us
That's what
this
I mean.
Look what Hamas did. They faked a genocide. They faked starvation and got a lot of idiots on their side.
Yeah.
Why isn't Ukraine doing that?
That's what I'm saying. How is it possible that they don't have somebody with some kind of camera footage to show, oh my God, look what those dirty Russians are doing? I mean, I'm amazed. No, I've seen nothing. I've not seen one piece of video. I've seen some rubble from the very beginning, but in a year, 2 years, I haven't seen anything. Have you? Of any kind?
Nope.
So it's kind of hard to, give a damn about something. And when Donald Trump says 5,000 to 6,000 a week, I'm going, oh, really? I don't believe that. I mean, but my God. Anyway, I'm flabbergasted. 341 already. Holy cow! How you doing?
What does flabbergast mean? By the way? Where does that come from?
I have no idea. Wait,
doesn't even sound English.
Well, hold on a minute.
Flabbergast.
Shall we ask?
Some Scandinavian or something.
No, hold on. I'm going to use my new thing
We'll
here.
get
Here we go.
rock on this. Then.
No, I'm going to try it. Hold on. I got to ask anything. I'm going to do speak. All right, here we go. Connecting. Here we go.
Speak.
Hey, Grok, where did the phrase flabbergasted come from?
You want me to ask mine?
Not even Grok.
No, she's talking. She's talking, but you can't hear it through my. I can't. The word flabbergasted likely comes from a mix of flabby and aghast, an old form of aghast meaning shocked or terrified. Back in the late 1800s, folks started smashing those together to describe being totally stunned, like jaw-dropping. Can't believe it's stunned. It popped up in British slang, then spread everywhere. Weirdly, no one is 100% sure where it came from.
Flabby.
Now I got to get out of it. Stop. Here we go. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Grok. The problem is, the girl Grok was talking to me, but I couldn't hear it with my headphones on, and I didn't know whether you could hear it through my phone, so I just read it.
Because you didn't have your phone turned up.
Well, I'm trying to keep it down because I didn't want to bug everybody. Anyway.
Well, but when you ask them a question, you might want to turn it up so we can all hear.
No, see, I don't know how to work my phone. I think we all know that. In fact, oh my God, yesterday or last night, like once or twice a day, maybe I go to X or Twitter X to see if there's something I should know or whatever. And so I went to X, and all of a sudden the screen stopped, and there was a notice that said, "Is your phone call still end in 97 or whatever the hell it was?" And I tried to get out of it or swipe or something, it was frozen. I couldn't do anything. They wouldn't let me do anything. So I had to shut down the whole damn phone to get out of it. So now was that a trap? On X, it said, "Is this still your phone number?" I didn't, no,
it's probably just verifying your phone number.
Well, I didn't like it, and it scared me because I don't know what it means. I don't know what anything means. Oh, I know, I don't know what anything means. I don't trust anything anymore. I mean, seriously, I don't know what. I got to mention yesterday. All right, we got newsy stuff here. We'll do a newsy thing here. Let's see. J.D. Vance. So here's what's going on. Oh my, you freaking California! I hate that governor hairdo, and they're going to run him. He's going to get the Democrat nod. I guarantee it. Because he thinks he looks like, and he's just a weasel in a grease spot, and he now is complaining about the United States Marines who are having a ceremony tomorrow at Camp Pendleton, California, which is between San Diego and Los Angeles, and they're having a ceremony at Camp Pendleton because this November 10th will be the 250th anniversary of the United States Marines. They were formed on November 10th, 1775, in a tavern called Tunn's Tavern in Philadelphia. And tomorrow they're having a ceremony, and they're having a showing, and they're doing a training exercise. So Governor Newsom had the balls to say Donald Trump and J.D. Vance think that shutting down I-5 to shoot out missiles from ships is how you respect the military. Put aside your vanity parade and pay our troops instead, said the governor. Sources say they're going to shut down I-5, the portions of the interstate, for Vice President's Marine Corps spectacle during No Kings protest, triggering chaos and gridlock and outrage as troops go unpaid during the shutdown. Yeah, it's your fault they're going unpaid, you slimebag. Plus, they're not going unpaid. They're going to get their money. And everybody always does get their money. But anyway, that was also a freaking lie. It was an absolute lie. So Governor Newsom deliberately is trying to make sure that people would hate the Marine Corps for even having to have and by the way, it's the freaking Marines. So just leave them alone and let them walk down the freaking street and show their stuff. My God, man. America hates freaking veterans. It's just unbelievable. You hate freaking veterans and you slimebags in Cal. In fact, when I was at Camp Pendleton, before I went to Vietnam, I was at Camp Pendleton. And I'm telling you, it's a whole thing when you go into town because they can see your high, tight, white, freaking sideball haircut. And so, you're an outcast, and, the townies don't want to mess with you. So, you take a bus into town, and you spend the whole freaking day when your day off, go watching movies. Because God knows there's nothing to do in there, because nobody wants anything to do with you. Free scumbags. So now they're complaining about that. Oh, they're having an event at Camp Pendleton. It's a training exercise. And was President Trump paying the troops despite Chuck Schumer's shutdown? No public highways are going to be closed. They're going to have an expeditionary force with live fire amphibious capabilities demonstration at Red Beach in Camp Pendleton. And then a beach bash at Del Mar Beach on Saturday to mark the freaking Marine Corps' 250th birthday. And Newsom's deliberately spreading fake news to fearmonger and score cheap political points, complaining that they're not going to spend enough time with the I Hate America Kings Only or No Kings shutdowns and stuff. Idiots.
Yeah.
I mean, my God.
The Marines are busy being gay on Netflix, so leave them alone.
Well, in fact, I was going to save that for after the break, but by God, we'll do it right now, Flounder. We're going to be a minute late. This is incredible. There's a Netflix series called Boortz, and the War Department is saying, you've got to be kidding me. They have a gay Marine who's in the closet as part of something or other, and so the War Department says this is woke garbage pushing an ideological agenda with the United States Marines of a closeted teen from Louisiana who joins boot camp in the 90s when they were not allowed to have gay recruits in the open. So now they're making a whole thing about it, starring Vera Farmiga, among others. Anyway, good Lord. Yeah, no more dudes in dresses, said Pete Hegseth. We don't want you in the Marine Corps. If you're a tranny or a fake, but you can't be in. Anyway, God, 347. God, please, we even have to say this out loud. My God.
If you listen to Extra, share it with a friend. It's how we grow and how we can reach everyone in the Atlanta community that believes in the American way of life. If you value the station, help us grow by telling someone about the Extra 1063 app.
Don't believe this nonsense you see on TV commercials about how uncomfortable a CPAP mask is. Take it from me. You wear one, especially the nasal pillow I use, for one night, and you will fight anybody that tries to take it away from you. But if they do take it away from you, you can get more at cpapsetcetera.com, cpapsetc.com, with a store in Alpharetta, same-day shipping. To your health, cpapsetc.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers. Fall in Georgia is here. Cooler days, changing leaves, and plenty of outdoor projects. At Howard Brothers, they've got everything you need to tackle the season, from mowers and blowers to grills and gear. Howard Brothers is your one-stop shop for work and play. Need parts or service? Their team is ready to serve you and keep your equipment running strong every season. This fall, make the most of your yard, your home, and your time with the trusted folks at Howard Brothers, proudly serving their community for 70 years and counting.
The future of business in Georgia is bright, and Georgia Power is a driving force behind the businesses and organizations that are vital to the growth of the state. Just ask Mike Plant, President and CEO of the Braves Development Company.
There's 7 power cubicles that power the ballpark and the battery.
Hello, testing,
and
1, 2, 3.
When we're building everything,
you want to do it right
8
now?
different contractors, and this site's on fire. One of my guys came in one day and said, "Hey, we need to figure out where we're going to put these cubicles." I said, "All right, what are they do? They said, well, it's all the power and the juice for the whole stadium. We're going to need to work with Georgia Power. They need the location. Right away, they saw our vision, they got our vision, they understood it, and they knew they needed to be a big part of it. And that's what I love about working with them. I've never heard no from them. I've always heard them say, all right, I understand your vision, I understand what you're trying to accomplish. Give us a little time, we'll come back to you with a plan.
To learn more about how Georgia Power is helping businesses big and small, visit GeorgiaPower.com and tune in all year to discover how they're powering the future of Georgia.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. Look out. The Kimmer Show is live every afternoon from 3 to 6, just like the Kimmer.
The country's too big and it's too pampered.
This NBA season, I'm thinking Trae Young and Zachary Shea and Jalen Johnson all to go higher on their offensive stats with a very good season for the Hawks.
Not have food.
Don't forget Kristaps Porzingis either.
Not be able to move around. Not be able to say what you have
for a long time. But hey, this could be the year.
They need to be forced. Here's one thing we can force them to do. Live in a third world country or live in Great Britain for a while and be told you can't say this and you can't say that and you can't tweet this.
The Kimmer Show every afternoon from 3 to 6 p.m. on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Oh, good song.
There we go.
It's the first song I learned to play on the guitar.
Really?
Yeah.
REM? Michael Stipe?
Yeah.
I'll be darned. Cool. 1998, it was on this day that a British newspaper, the Daily Star, ran a story that said REM singer Michael Stipe had admitted that he was gay. Apparently, Michael Stipe was doing an interview on MTV shown in America when he voiced his disgust at the killing of a young gay student in America. And so the British newspaper said, well, Michael Stipe is gay and congratulations or something or other, which I thought was kind of abrupt. Let's see. I don't know this song. I've never heard this.
So can't get here from here. Can't get there from here.
From here. There you are. Our birthday list. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Happy Friday. Let her rip. Anything goes. It's kind of nice. I like this music very chair.
Actually, this isn't the song. It was Green Grow the Rushes was the song. I like this one.
Green Grow the Rushes?
Yeah, it's an REM song. Yeah.
Oh, well, so Flounder, there's
an easy guitar slide up. That's why I
like it. There you go. And our birthday list includes that naughty little Felicity Jones, 42. Yeah. Felicity played Ruth Bader Ginsburg on The Basis of Sex. I saw that movie. It's a good movie. And in fact, didn't that star the guy who's a cannibal and played twin brothers on what's the name movie? Yeah, it was the guy.
Army Archer.
Yeah, Army Archer, yeah.
No, not Army Archer, Army Hammer. Army
Hammer, yeah, you're right. Army Archer was the, wasn't he the celebrity Hollywood gossip columnist guy? Yeah. Oh, my God, that goes way back. Oh, man. And anyways. Yeah,
There's Rona Barrett, too, while we're
there. And Rona Barrett, sure. There was a bunch of them. Anyway, Felicity Jones, 42. She was also Stephen Hawking's wife on The Theory of Everything, and she was a star of Rogue One. I don't know what that is.
Oh, great.
Was that
great? Star Wars. It's a Star Wars movie.
Really?
And it's one of the best ones they ever did. Yeah.
Really?
It was one of the best sequels after 3, 4, 5.
You know,
and they based Andor off of that, and that's good too. So it's
again, I saw the first 2, maybe the first 3 of Star Wars, and then it was maybe I just got old and grumpy.
Rogue One was what was going on the ground when they blew up the Death Star.
Yeah.
Instead of everybody flying around space and everything, they were on the ground as guerrillas getting the grunt work done.
Oh, really?
Pretty well done.
I'll be darned. Well, I'll look for it when it pops up. History note, 1814. Drowning in your beer took on a whole new meaning on this day in 1814 when a beer vat at the Mill and Company Brewery in London ruptured. And that caused all the other vats to rupture. In all, 1.5 million liters of beer spilled onto the streets, destroyed homes, and killed 8 people. 1.5 million liters of beer killed 8 people. 1814. I hear something in the background. Is that just my headphones?
Too.
Oh, you do? We got something about playing there, but we can play it. Is it a song? We'll play it if you want. Are you playing a song in there, Fonda? We can play it. If he's enjoying a song, he can do that. He's got, he's in there by himself, and he needs about 9 helpers in there too.
I'm good.
Yeah, you're not good. You need helpers in there, and I don't know why they're not putting you in helpers in there. Anyway, sorry. One quick show. We got Neil Boortz coming up at 4:00, and we have more newsy stuff and a lot of weird things here. And I almost don't feel like talking about it because I'm so happy. One, that Woody has gone and across the bridge. He's up playing with Jack the Good Boy right now. But his neighbor Buzzy, his buddy Buzzy, has a new neighbor now, a new companion.
I'm just glad you're happy about your Woody.
Thank you so much. But the other thing is, I'm getting my car back, and in fact, I'm going. Forgive me. I know this is stupid and personal, and I know it's. But I can't. I have to say this. These days, I have been disappointed so often with trying to find information from something, a company or a service or whatever, and nobody wants to talk to you. Nobody wants to do they just, would do things automatically, go to the digital thing. When I tried to get the parking ticket, the girl actually answered the phone finally, said, oh, well, just go to our website. And I said, well, can't you do it for me? She says, all right. That's her freaking job. Anyway, so that's the attitude. Well, when I took my car in, I said I wanted to go to Schottenkirk when I got hit from a guy rear-ended me. And I said, if you can take it to Schottenkirk. Those people take care of me, and I love what they do. And so they took it to Schottenkirk, but their Schottenkirk shop was not in the insurance company's web of people. So they did it anyway because I sort of demanded it, and the shop is the Jasper Paint and Body. That's their body shop for Schottenkirk Horse, Jasper Paint and Body. And there's a girl there named Jennifer, and I'm telling you, I can't believe it. She did everything. She took care of the numbers and the stuff. She called me to say, your battery died and we'll care. She started calling around, finding out where my battery was in the car to get see if the warranty was still in effect. And then, it's unbelievable. And I'm nobody to hurt anybody else up there. I'm just a guy. But this woman came out as unbelievable. She's called me and said, she took care of Schottenkirk's going to pick it up this afternoon to drive it to their place at Schottenkirk. So I'll return the loaner car myself tomorrow. I'll drive up there to Jasper and do it. And it's Jasper Paint and Body. And I can't, this woman is remarkable. Oh, yes, Mr. Peterson, I'm just calling to say I've located somebody to get a new battery for you, and we'll take care of everything. I'm thinking, oh my God.
I'm going to be in Jasper tonight. Why don't I just pick it up and drive it down?
You could do that. In fact, you should drive my car. I'd love for you to drive my car and see of course, in your Porsche. You're the handling stuff like that. But when you have you ever driven a car with almost 800 horsepower? I promise you, it's a real different experience.
I've been in the NASCAR.
Oh, well, then never mind. Forget it. You're not driving my car. How about that? Go screw yourself. I tried to be nice. Anyway, Jasper Paint and Body. Jennifer, I love this girl. I'm telling you, I've never had better customer service. Someone who went out of her way to take care of, because she knew I wanted to get my car back. But just, now a flounder's funny.
Realize you guys are way more confident than British people, but I've noticed this confidence is often paired with very little skill. And to me, that takes bravery. It really does. Anyone can be confident when they've got a skill to back it up, but you guys are loud and proud even when you have no clue what you're doing, and I love it. Do you have any idea how many times I've been speaking to an American and they start a sentence with the phrase, here's the thing, and then a few minutes later it'll become evident they have no idea what the thing is. Often there isn't even a thing.
Here's the thing. They got a lot more weird phrases than we do. Bumper shoot. Anyway, who was that?
It's their language. Yeah, we just borrowed it.
Well, we just improved it. We fixed it up for them. Who was that? We know
Mr. Curtis Mitchell.
Curtis Mitchell.
Doesn't sound very English, so it could be incorrect. I'm not sure.
Mitchell. Donald Trump met with Zelensky at the White House today after he talked to Putin yesterday for a couple of hours. And Zelensky wants the missiles. And Donald Trump's thinking about it. We'll see. Again, I don't know what that means or what's going to happen or anything else. Anyway, so we got that coming up. We'll talk more about a lot of stuff in politics, including what's in New York. It looks like this guy in New York's going to win. The communist is going to win the mayor's race in New York City. My God.
Good luck.
It was the financial capital of the world. New York, you think those people are going to stay there? Can they last out one term, or maybe you'll get impeached or something? Oh, my God, it's going to be. Well, I can't wait to see what happens. You get what you deserve. Consequences for voting. Here we go. 4 o'clock. Neil Boortz is next with Kimmer Pete Flounder on 106.3. Happy Friday. Join us if you want. Ask him a question. He'd love to talk to you. Look out.
The Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is trying to convince President Trump to sell long-range missiles to his country, but the president says he hopes those Tomahawks aren't needed.
I think we have a very good chance of bringing this war to a conclusion.
President Trump spoke with Russian President Vladimir Putin earlier this week, the two leaders agreeing to a second summit hosted by Hungary to again discuss a ceasefire.
We went through a lot of details. He wants to get it ended. I think that President Zelensky wants to get it ended. Now we have to get it done.
Zelensky expressed doubts about how sincere Putin is about ending the war.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House, where that meeting is just wrapped up. Zelensky also suggesting the U.S. might want access to Ukraine's supply of drones. Hamas just announcing plans to hand over the remains of another hostage today after using bulldozers to expand the search in Gaza. The group also reaffirming commitment to the terms of a ceasefire deal. 9 hostages' bodies have been returned in recent days out of 28 believed to be dead, including 2 Americans. President Trump still plans to meet with China's president on the sidelines of an upcoming summit in South Korea. He's been threatening higher tariffs and recently said he saw no reason to meet after China's new export controls on rare earth minerals, but now says he thinks they're getting along well with China and will be able to make a deal. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent tells reporters,
I think that things have de-escalated. We hope that China will show the respect that we have shown them. And I am confident that President Trump, because of his relationship with President Xi, will be able to get things back on a good course.
Stocks picking up steam after that. The Dow up 238 points at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. And see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
Oh, baby, here we go. Kimmer P. Flounder and Neil Boortz. Let it rip Friday. Neil Boortz, how's it going, sir? What's happening? Where are you? And welcome aboard.
Crowd goes wild.
They do. They love this segment.
Absolutely. I'm at the turn.
The turn of life or the turn of the I-85 or the which turn is that, sir?
I thought you played golf.
Oh, at the turn. Oh my God, you gave up. You were you're on going on to the back nine or the incoming nine, as they would say in Britain.
No,
I'll be damned.
I wish I was. I
remember there were a lot of places have a really funny turn. When I played the courses in South Carolina at Myrtle Beach, one of the very famous ones has the stew, or not the stew, the clam chowder or something at the turn. Very famous for.
Oh, yuck.
And I was stew or clam chowder or something, Brunswick stew or something at the turn. Very famous. Anyway, well, happy golfing. Well, that's good.
I'm happy. Thanks, Jarhead. So you were talking about songs. You always talk about songs, and you never mention some of my favorites.
All right, so like what?
Like get your biscuits in the oven and your buns in the bed.
Buns in the bed. There you go.
And they don't make Jews like Jesus anymore.
I remember those. Kiss Me, Buck Teeth, My Tonsils Itch, another one of my country favorites.
No, I'm talking about Kinky Friedman. You've heard of him.
I know Kinky Friedman, absolutely. He's one of the funny guys of all time.
Yeah. And what was the name of his band?
I don't remember.
The Texas Jew Boys.
Jew Boys. Don't make Jews like Jesus anymore.
Well, the whole essence of the song is he's in a bar somewhere, and some guy starts picking on him because of his religion, an anti-Semite, of course. And so Kinky Friedman just slugs him and knocks him out.
I like it.
Yeah, and when the guy gets up off the floor, he says, "Man, they don't make Jews like Jesus anymore."
I didn't know there was a real story.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Great song. Great
yeah,
story.
It's a great song. And Mandami is 21 points up.
God, I mean, please. They're asking for it, and they're going to get it.
Kimmer,
although he won't be able to pull all the stuff he wants to do. He'll never be able to just say do it.
I have said for months now that I earnestly, honestly hope that he wins.
Oh, me too. Me too. Absolutely.
I mean, it is time to show this country just what it means to have a brain-dead, left-wing socialist nut job Have you ever seen videos of the conventions and the meetings of the Democrat Socialist Party?
Yeah. Remember months ago they had one where they said, well, we can have one gay and one tranny, but not two trannies. So I remember oh my God, I'm not making that up. They actually had the number of people from different weird categories that they could have on the dais and the panel and in their committee meetings and so forth. That was unbelievable.
And somebody gets up there. Well, I'm upset about noise, and the applause offends me and scares me. So I want everybody to use happy hands.
Yeah, right. Trigger.
Yeah, and so instead of applauding a speaker, you put your hands up in the air and wiggle them. I mean, this is
it's like vaudeville or something. I mean, it's just, geez, my God.
Well, here's one. We have some babe out there. I'm not gonna honor her by mentioning her name on worldwide radio here.
Yes,
but she has a degree in, I don't know, gender studies or something like that, and she's really upset about a song by Taylor Swift on her new album.
I've got that story. In fact, I have that story, and I'll tell you her name. Hold on a minute. In fact, I'm going to do it later, but I have it.
Oh, you don't want me to?
No, please do. Absolutely, it's a great story. Tell the whole. Her name is. I got it right here. Her name is Melissa Fabello. Tell the story about Melissa. In fact, you mentioned. I don't know if you have it in front of you. I'll do the how she describes herself, and then tell the story. She describes herself as white, thin, middle class, queer, cisgender woman who lives with anxiety.
Does she have nose jewelry?
I think she has face jewelry, metal. Yeah.
Yeah. I have learned that there are negative consequences to walking into a restaurant, as I did to a restaurant in Naples recently called. I wouldn't mention their name, but it's Cheddar's.
Okay.
And I told the hostess I do not want a server with nose jewelry.
Oh boy. And what happened to you there?
It just doesn't work out well for you, and I don't know how long before I can go back to Cheddar's.
Yeah, they're going to spit in your food. I've heard of Cheddar's. I don't know. Yeah, I'll be darned. I know that name.
Well, when you sit down, they put a lovely croissant covered with that same glop they put on cinnamon buns.
Oh boy!
In front of you, yeah. So it's not a good place to eat while you're shooting up GLP-1.
GLP-1. That would be the
Trepizide, Zepbound, any of those things. But this gal writing about Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift says in one of her songs, I think the song is wish list or something that she wants to have babies by Travis Kelce.
Here's the actual lyrics are these. I just want you, have a couple kids, get the whole block looking like you. And people are saying, well, she wants to have her, her white jeans, that's Aryan rich people in the neighborhood and have them all blonde haired and blue-eyed babies.
That's white supremacy. That's racist.
Yeah,
it's racist.
Because she wants to have a baby with her husband when she gets married.
And so this girl says it's cis heteronormative racist wanting to have white babies.
I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. Every time I hear the word cis, I mean, what in the hell does cis mean? It takes me back to Karnak the Magnificent on the Johnny Carson show.
Yeah, I know.
Do you remember the best moment ever was the answer to the question? The answer was sis boom ba.
Yes, and the question, I know exactly what you're going to say.
The question was, what is the sound when a sheep explodes?
Yeah, when you put a stick of dynamite in a sheep. Sis boom ba.
That's one of the funniest. Okay, did I hear you mention horses earlier?
Yes, absolutely. Some good news. Woody passed away, the Alpha Clydesdale at the stable where I go to visit every weekend, and he passed away. He crossed the bridge at the age of 22, and his buddy Buzzy was Woody and Buzz, and Buzzy has been his companion. I've been there 13 years, and they were there when I got there, so forever. And so now Buzzy has a new playmate, the racehorse. So I call him Red Racer. His name is Watts, and they got along immediately, just like yesterday, the first day after Woody was gone, and now they're best friends and everything's great. I'm very excited.
So interesting.
Well, I'm sorry, I know it's wrong,
but anyway,
but I'll be there tomorrow to take my videos, and
do you still have a horse?
No. I'll never own another horse. No, not after Jack the Good Boy. No, he was
it's
way
like
too special.
My buddy Ray Goff said, I don't want to own somebody that eats while I sleep or something. Anyway, if the next time you go to Florida, I may have mentioned this on the air before, in Ocala, there's a company out there called RNL Trucking. Okay, it's a trucking company, for goodness sakes.
Okay.
And the lady, the wife of, or the L or whatever it is in RNL Trucking, she must like horses because she created and built something down there in Ocala called the World Equestrian Center.
Okay.
And if you have any affinity for horses at all, this place will blow your mind. It's over $1 billion to create this place. Over $1 billion. And
is it a training center or what?
Well, it's for shows, for training, for all sorts of things. I can't. You're just going to have to look it up.
Well, that's horse. I got my horse in Jupiter, Jack the Good Boy in Jupiter, and they have, hell, Madonna had horses, the Trumps had horses, all the famous people in America have their horses in those parts of Florida, very famous for their equestrian age.
The World Equestrian Center is unbelievable. It has a hotel called Equestrian. How's that?
Makes sense.
And I believe it's the most beautiful hotel in Florida. Wow. I really do.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of money in show horses. I'll tell you, the people, those things are very expensive for the real serious ones. Olympic horses,
when you get a chance, Kimber, look up World Equestrian
Center. I will.
Center.
I definitely will. Cool.
And you would, okay, what do you think about John Bolton? I admired him.
Well, I think we all did. We all did. We thought this was kind of the beginning of changing things and stuff, and I don't know what happened, and I really don't know what happened.
Well, something really soured him on Trump.
Yeah. I think
that feeling has been. I think the feeling is mutual at this point.
Well, yeah.
But I kind of liked him, and now I'm really wondering, what is the guy really guilty of all of these things in the indictment? I mean, it's not a D.C. grand jury.
He'll get. And they'll say, well, he was just trying to write a book. The problem is, you're not allowed to take secret information home and tell your neighbors about your family and say, boy, you ought to see it. I've been on this meeting, and take notes on stuff and tell people and use them for part of your books and stuff. It's wrong. Hell, Biden got away with it. Hillary brought him Pea Sticky Fart Cabbage got away with it, and they went after Trump at freaking Mar-a-Lago raid and faked the pictures that he was like spreading stuff around for his friends. So why shouldn't Bolton get in fact, they should have put a freaking couple of boats and helicopter gunships and shot up his house when they raided him at 5 o'clock in the morning. They got him like they did with Trump. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know.
Decaf.
I know. I can't do it. But I'm serious. These freaking, they got away. Oh, he'll mosey into court when he feels like it. Around 10 in the morning, he'll be fine. Where the hell was CNN waiting at 5:30 when they busted in his front door looking for his documents? What a bunch of crap. And then the Democrats complain, Donald Trump is politicizing the Department of Justice, going after his enemies. You dirty, rotten snakes.
Kimmer, I can send you some decaf.
No, I'm telling you, I'm blowing my head off with this stuff. Turning everything around, lying, gaslighting, and they're getting away with it. They got away with 2 coups, and they're getting away with it again.
You okay?
No, I'm not now. I'm not going to be okay.
You don't have a blood pressure.
I hope somebody tries to cut me off tonight in traffic. That's all I can say.
Oh, thanks for mentioning that.
Yes. Oh, really? What happened?
Oh, yeah. So yesterday, the Queen and I are coming back to the our beachfront palace in Naples.
Yeah.
And for anybody in Naples, the red light was at the intersection of West and gosh, I don't know.
Okay. It's all right. It's all good.
But anyway, so I'm first. The light turned green. I start to move, and Donna screams.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And when she screams, if we're in a car, I slam on the brakes.
Well, yeah, sure. Absolutely.
And here comes a Tide Cleaners delivery truck roaring by in front of me at full speed.
Ooh.
Easily 3 seconds after the light turned red on him. Kimmer, if I had pulled forward like I usually do, it would have caught me right in the driver's side, and I'd be calling you from the Naples hospital today.
Wow.
And I hope I'm more grown up, but I understand road rage, because if Donna hadn't been with me, my initial instinct would have been to follow that guy.
Yeah, well.
And
at least report him to his company.
Yeah, but how do I know which Tide Cleaners in Naples that idiot was working for?
Well, I'll bet they have GPS stuff on their trucks. I'll bet you.
Well, I may make a phone call.
They could find out who that would. Just tell them who, when and where, and I'll guarantee you they could find the guy.
Well, it was just criminal.
Yeah.
And of course, this is Naples, where the yellow lights last 35 seconds to get these old people.
The frogs. We just call them frogs. The drivers are frogs.
Okay. Another thing. Did you ever watch The Blacklist on TV?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I never missed it for like the first 2 years. I lost it after a couple of, but yeah, it was a very good show.
You know how it ended, don't you? Don't tell.
I forgot. I'm kind of confused.
I understand it's one of the greatest crime dramas ever to appear on TV. Yeah. Where did you watch it? Was it Netflix? Was it HBO?
No. It was on. Well, now wait a minute. No, Blacklist was on what, Pete? Where was Blacklist? Yeah. Yeah. Now again, when I went, I think that's probably what happened. I went to Netflix, and that was over for me. I watched after that.
Well, I wonder if you can go back now and say, look, I think it was 8 years.
Wow. Really? I
think. But I wonder if
I think Pete may. What'd you say? Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know it lasted that long.
And I know what the final episode is. I know what the twist was, and I don't know if it would affect me watching it or not, but I just love James Spader. I think he is...
He's a weird, he has a strange demeanor about him. I used to love him on that legal show he was on,
was it Boston Legal?
Or Boston Legal, or one of those. I forgot which one it was. Yeah. He's a very intriguing actor, and he's mysterious and kind of smarmy and mysterious. It's kind of hard to describe him, but his demeanor is very effective.
I would naturally gravitate to smarmy.
Yes, I mean, a smart guy. He's a smart guy. He's in charge. He knows what he's doing. He's self-aware. Those are all good things.
Well, I would really like to see at least get in. There's so many series I've tried to watch. Yellowstone I was glued to because I was so in love with Kelly Riley I couldn't stand
Yeah, what
it.
a great character on TV.
And
great character.
I think the favorite one was when her sister-in-law got...
at the store. They made her strip down because he stole something. Yeah, that was a great episode. No, take it off. Take it all off. It doesn't look like she's straight. Oh, yeah, well, that was a great episode. Yeah. I remember you when you were doing half for lunch money there, Melinda. You were giving her on, yeah.
So, I mean, I love Yellowstone, and now we have every beer company in the world featuring a character that looks like Rip.
Yeah. Well, it works.
Come on, show some damn originality out there, folks. Yeah. And I tried to watch Manifest, but I just got away from it.
I don't know that one.
And it's about an airplane that takes off and then lands 30 years later or something. I don't know.
Twilight Zone. I've seen that a couple times on Twilight Zone.
It's one of those stories. And then there was something that Robert De Niro was involved in where he was president or something like that.
De Niro?
Yeah, and I don't like De Niro. I think he's a putz.
Yeah, he's a scumbag.
Yeah.
Actually, Neil, another good one to watch is Landman.
I don't like Billy Bob Thornton.
It's also written by Tyler Sheridan. He's the guy who wrote for Yellowstone. Yeah. But it's a really good. They're going into season 2 in the next month, I think. But really good. It's a really good one.
What's it about? Landman? What's it about?
An oil guy.
Oh, okay, doc.
An oil guy.
Yeah.
So, and I have a good friend who's an oil guy that used to live here in Naples, but Naples is not a place for oil guys.
No.
So now he lives in Arizona.
Well, there you go.
But I love some of these. I love some of these series, but I'm into reading right now, and I'm reading the Go Woke, Go Broke. I'm reading that book right now.
Oh, I just heard Jim. Who wrote that? He was just interviewed on the radio.
I know, he's some financial guy with Fox News or something like that.
Yeah.
Why don't you write one, Kimmer? They want me to write another one. I said, no, hell no.
Actually, I do have stories, but I don't, just stupid celebrity stuff. Well, examples of things that happened to me, but, I spent a day with Bob Hope. I got roughed up by Frank Sinatra's bodyguard. I mean, there is a story, just doing this for a living, you do a lot of things.
One story I'd like to tell.
All right, sir.
And that was Ring Radio. Back in the Ring Radio days, Harry Davey, who was no longer with us, was made the station manager, and he called me, and I'd been on the air for 3 years at Ring Radio. Mm-hmm. He called me in and fired me.
Oh.
And he says, I've been talking to other station managers around the country, and they tell me that no talk show host should be on the air at any radio station for longer than 3 years.
What an idiot.
I know. So he said, so you've been on the air for 3 years here, and so I'm letting
Time
you
for
go.
a change.
I know. And he says, but I'm going to give you 6 weeks notice, and you can borrow the boss's car, the station owner. You can borrow his car and travel around the country, try to find another job. Okay, fine.
Holy cow, I've never heard of such a thing.
Well, and it's not because I did a bad job. It's because nobody's supposed to be on the air for longer.
Oh, my God. I don't know where these people come from.
I know. So I went to Baltimore. I went to Washington. I went to New York. All these places. Well, sent them tapes. Oh, we're sorry. But then I ended up in Schenectady, New York.
Oh, I know Schenectady, New York. I used to live there.
Oh, my God, you're going to love this then. Schenectady, New York, GE flagship station. What was it?
WGY or WGY, I believe.
WGY. So
their weatherman was Howard Tupper, who was our next door neighbor. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well,
wow.
I go to WGY, and I'm over there, and they say, okay, you've got the job. You're going to be the nighttime, 7 to 10 host in the air on a 50,000 channel.
Wow. Watt channel, yeah.
Yeah,
channel.
yeah, 50,000 watt free channel radio stock. Great. I said, I'm on the way now. I'm going from 1,000 watt daytimer to a 50,000. And I rush back to the hotel. There's no cell phones then. I couldn't call Donna and tell her I got the job.
Yeah.
So I walk in the hotel room, and I'm just all full of myself because I've got this job offer. We're moving to Schenectady, and there's Donna standing at the window, looking out the window at Schenectady. And she says, I say, hi, honey. And she turns around and looks at me and says, I hate this place. And I said, so do I. I'm going to go downstairs right now, and we're checking out, and we're going back to Atlanta.
Oh, be darned.
And so I went downstairs, got on a payphone, called the radio station, told them something's come up. Thank you very much, but I'm not going to be able to take the job. I checked out. We got the car. We left.
I'll be darned.
And so when we got back to Atlanta, I entered law school.
I'll be darned.
And then a couple of months later, WRNG hired me back, and I've been on the air doing talking.
Ring radio. Yeah, I'll be darned. That's a great story.
Well, I think it's a great story.
It is a great story.
You know, if I hadn't loved Donna, I'd have said, well, I'm sorry, bitch, but we're going to be living here for a while.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know,
cool.
So who knows what would have happened if I had taken that. I don't think that my life would have turned out anywhere near as pleasant as it has.
Yeah. And by the way, what a small freaking world. You're talking about Schenectady, New York, of all towns in the world to name, talking on the radio in Atlanta, and I used to live there. I was a little, like, was 2, 3, 4 years old. My dad basically built our house, brand new subdivisions then, back in that day, in the 50s.
It may have been great for you, but I didn't see Schenectady as a particularly pleasant town.
No, I never went into, hell, I was a baby. I was like 2, 3, 4 years old, so all I know is we used to have a garden, and I used to have, play outside in the tar and, on the new streets and stuff. And
I was so concerned that I was going to have to learn how to spell Schenectady.
Yeah, that's for sure. Cool.
I don't want to. So I'm loving the fight between Caroline Leavitt and
Hakeem Jeffries. God, in fact, I'm just looking at that story. It's just popped up, and he's been calling her names. He's calling her a liar. He's calling a stone cold.
Doesn't he realize that the country just generally loves her?
Oh, my God. She's one of the greatest public females in any official governmental capacity I've ever seen or listened to. She's smart. She's quick. She doesn't take any crap. She happens to be a knockout, but you don't even think about that. I mean, when they ask her a question, boom, wham, pow, and it's like she's already got it scripted and knows, and it's just perfect. I mean, she's astoundingly.
And she's what, 27,
yeah,
28?
Yeah, and her husband's 64 or something. I mean,
don't tell me that.
Oh, yeah, no, he's like 62 years old.
Clearly, he's going to die.
Well, and they got a baby, brand new baby. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Well, they were together, and then she was having a baby, and so they're married, and he's, I think he's like 61 or 59, and she's 24 or 6 or something like that. Yeah.
Well, you know the old joke. Are you fool? This marriage could be fatal. And she says, well, if he dies, he dies.
He dies. This could kill me. Heartbreaker. No, she's a spectacular. And these freaking Democrats are just disgusting. Liars, gaslighters.
They have nothing.
Vicious. And they're all using the F-bomb. They're all the freaking Carmela side piece is now dropping the F-bomb everywhere she goes, as though people are still paying attention to her world tour of her book.
Has anybody bought a copy? Have you read?
I can't imagine.
I read every post-election book I could get my hand on, and then hers came along. I said, no,
for
thank
what?
you.
I mean, seriously. Disgraceful.
But I love what she's...
I saw her on the air saying she was the most qualified candidate we've ever had in America. My God.
She says, some people say I was the most qualified candidate ever for president.
Holy smokes.
God, I take some pretty strong stuff, but I've never taken anything like that. And I want to know what she was using.
I mean, the pretentiousness. I mean, somebody must still be feeding her the information to bathe her ego. Otherwise, why would she even go out in public? I mean, she ought to be humiliated. And she's still saying, well, it was the closest election ever. And boy, we should have. I mean, I can't believe it. They're just making stuff up as though it was real.
And is she actually seriously considering?
I think she's considering again. Absolutely. No, who's going to give her money?
Well, do you think she'll get one single primary vote?
She never got any before. I mean, seriously. They're going with Newsom. I'm sure they're going with Newsom because he looks like a president. They think he's a president, Governor Hairdo, and he talks and looks like a president, even though it's the worst governor of the worst state, that he's ruined that state of California.
Is he worse than Pritzker?
Well, Pritzker is a joke. He's just a big fat negative slob. Everything he can do to shut down everything. More protests in Chicago, more protests all over Illinois at ICE things. I mean, he's a troublemaker. I can't imagine people really want him to lead the ticket. But, who knows? Honestly, I don't know. These people are freaking nuts, man. I seriously. Nothing makes any sense what the Democrats have done. It's over.
Kim, are you working Christmas Day?
I probably not. Probably not. I'll probably be packing up or working. I mean, not that I know anything, or I'm sure I'll still be working here next year, but it's not, who knows? Christmas is so long away.
Are you working that week?
I don't even know. I have no idea what they're going to have for me. I don't know.
Because I'm going to be in town that week, and I'd love to come in and sit in with you.
My God. Well, if we're on, we'll definitely do that. That'll be cool. The week between Christmas and New Year's, or before Christmas, or when?
No, it's the Christmas week, the week of Christmas.
All right, Pete's looking up Christmas Day right now. What day is Christmas?
25th.
Yeah, what day of the... Thursday. Yeah. So, but... I don't know.
Well, there's Kwanzaa on the 26th.
Well, there you are.
That fake holiday.
Well, now Neil.
It is totally
it's
fake.
Not on the calendar. Yeah,
it's
I know. It's
totally
it's a
fake
yeah.
and made up.
Yeah, that's right. They don't do this. Is there actually a place in the world that has a thing called Kwanzaa?
Yeah, Wakanda. They're big on Kwanzaa in Wakanda.
Wakanda, yeah.
There's no place like Wakanda for the holiday.
Ta-da! Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, mercy.
Okay, Jarhead.
Yeah.
The guys are on the 10th tee.
Okay, time to go. Well, listen, I hope you hit it right down the middle. And, have a great time.
Well,
I'm envious. Hope you have a great time.
I sprained my thumb, and I'm wearing a brace on my thumb, and I've never hit the ball that straight before.
Well, see? Whatever works. Anyway, got them all. Sink every birdie putt. Have a great time out there.
I'll sink them.
All right, Neil Boortz, thanks, man. Hi to your missus. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thanks, Neil. Be careful out there. 4:30, Kimmer, Peyton, Flounder, and Neil Boortz on 106.3.
Tired of calling big companies during your remodel? Endless holds, transfers, no answers? I'm Megan with Southern Exteriors, and that ends here. Every job gets a dedicated project manager, one expert, one number, start to finish. No maze, no bouncing around, just clear answers fast. For siding, roofing, gutters, windows, and doors done right, call 877-9-SOUTHERN. Visit southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
Well, you've been waiting for a sale at Atlanta Safe House, and here you go. Atlanta Safe House, home of the Kimmer safe and taking care of property. Although when I went to retired in Florida, didn't have a safe, and I lost my medical. Yeah, you know the whole story. Anyway, Atlanta Safe House, they are moving from their location up in Acworth on Industrial Boulevard. And that's good news for you, because if you've always been looking forward for a safe and thinking, sales, oh my goodness. And they'd rather have you go buy one right now, and they'll take care of that business for you now. Their sales are saving hundreds and hundreds of dollars. They'd rather sell them than move them with them to the new location. So anyway, Atlanta Safe House, you're going to save a bundle. And all the gun safes, you don't pay any sales tax on gun safes at Atlanta Safe House. And these babies are on sale. Big safes, little safes. They can build you a vault door, a family storm shelter. They have safes to take care of bows and arrows and files and organizers and jewelry and special hidden drawers. And they have biometric electronic locks and special wall safes. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. And you're going to save a bundle of money. Jeff and Mark, family business, taking care of your rights as well as your stuff. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
This is Window Nation, your source for affordable replacement windows at the highest quality. So if your old windows have you boiling in the summer and freezing in the winter, You need the pros at Window Nation with installation precision and experience that are second to none. Their custom windows are guaranteed to be a perfect fit, and they're backed by the best warranty in the industry. Go to getwindownation.com or call 866-90Nation for your free estimate. And for a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free, plus no payments for 2 years.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog and our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. The big question for many of our listeners as they approach retirement is, will I be okay in retirement? Sean, how do you help someone figure out if they've saved enough to be comfortable?
Great question. There's a lot of different aspects to this, but the biggest thing is looking at risk. Look, there's a lot of different risks to your money, like market risk. There's healthcare costs, inflation, and taxes. All those need to be accounted for. Many people worry if they've saved enough. Am I going to outlive my money? Strategies to help preserve your wealth can be more important than the dollar amount that you saved. Get an analysis of your situation to help you get that clarity that you need.
Tell us about the offer you have for listeners.
If you're worried about if you'll be okay for retirement, you probably don't have a plan. You might not even know what I mean when I'm talking about, do you have a retirement plan? Well, we have a great resource for you guys. We have what's called the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit, and you can get that by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped me put this thing together just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement. It has chapters from everything from investments to Social Security, income planning, and has other guides that go along with it as well, with some checklists in regards to all those different strategies and topics as well. So if you want to get that information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer. Get your Retire Happy Framework today. Like Sean said, just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Most exterior remodelers last just 4 years. Year 7, your warranty's worthless. I'm Megan with Southern Exteriors. We've served Atlanta homeowners for 26 years, and we'll be here for the next 26. Every warranty comes with real peace of mind because we'll be here to honor it. For siding, roofing, gutters, windows, and doors, call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
The Fan and Extra 106.3 are proud to salute all those who've served our great nation at our 2025 Veterans Day Golf Classic. Friday, November 7th at Heritage Golf Links. Join all your favorite Fan and Extra personalities for a day of golf, prizes, and fun, all benefiting our friends at the Warrior Alliance. But if you want to play in one of the last tournaments of the year, you've got to get registered now at extra1063.com or at 680thefan.com. Special thanks to the Atlanta Braves, Corona, Harris Cherokee Casino and Resorts, Tito's Handmade Vodka, Freebird Southern Spring Water, Henri's Bakery, and The Color Spot.
And now this dramatic pause. Just getting you ready for the next segment.
My fault.
No, there's no fault. No, there's no fault involved. Everything's just live and off we go. So this is what life's about, you know. Is this the Bee Gees?
It is.
Well, I've never heard this song.
This is the first time I've heard it, too, so I'll agree with you.
It's hard to tell what they're saying. I mean, the words. This doesn't sound like their style at all. I wonder if this is an early one. Huh? Australian speaking Australian. That's right, mate. I tell you, I'll never forget Australians and New Zealanders, Kiwis and Diggers. I don't know if that's bad phrase talking, but they were the happy-go-luckiest, drinkingest bastards I've ever known in my life. And when I was in the Marines, I'll tell you what. Anyway, the Bee Gees, 1987 on this day, became the only group to have a British #1 single in each of 3 decades, the 60s, 70s, and 80s. It happened when You Win Again went to #1 on the British singles chart. It was the Bee Gees' 5th and last #1 song. You know, see, this I hate about my hearing. I have no idea what this song's about. I don't know if it's a happy song, love song, or just a dance beat. I have no idea. I don't know what they're saying. The best no, yeah. Well, the mystery is not solved. But isn't that funny? I like the music. I mean, if I were in the car driving, I'd probably listen to it. But I have no idea what the words are. I'm sorry. I know I can't get over it. I'm not right. All right, and now our birthday list includes Michael McKean. And by the way, this is a very talented actor, and that was proved because of the last thing I saw him in that he pulled off brilliantly and with great professionalism. Michael McKean, 78 years old. He was originally Lenny Kozlowski on Laverne and Shirley. In Spinal Tap, he's the lead singer, guitarist David St. Hubbins. He was in, and you know, that was a Spinal Tap in fact, I was just on with Rob Reiner's film, and I have it on my DVR thing at home. He was also in A Mighty Wind, Waiting for Guffman, and Best in Show. All of those were the live comedians, most of it ad-libbed, and some, just a really, really bunch of great series of movies. But we remember him perhaps most ironically in later times for Better Call Saul. And he was a lawyer, and this was a really tough role and a really interesting series in Better Call Saul, and he did a great job of it. And he ought to be saluted for it, because he was a comedian guy, and he pulled that off really, really well, I think. Let's see, on this day in history, Al Capone, 1931, convicted of tax evasion. Sentenced to 11 years in federal prison, fined $50,000. He got kicked out of school when he was 14, joined a gang nicknamed Scarface when he got sliced across a cheek in a fight. In 1920, moved to Chicago, helped run Johnny Torrio's illegal enterprises. Torrio, the gangster, retired because someone tried to kill him, so Capone took over. The bootleggers, gangsters like Capone, raked in millions because there was prohibition in the 1920s and early 30s. He was at the top of the FBI's most wanted list. He wiped out his competitors through a series of gangland battles and slayings, including the infamous St. Valentine's Day Massacre in 1929. Gunned down 7 rivals. And, with, of course, the movie Untouchables by Elliot Ness came out to get him because they couldn't be bought, theoretically. Shut him down, basically, when they got him convicted of tax evasion because of that little weasel guy and the lawyer part of the FBI. Started serving his time in Atlanta, but then he was manipulating the system in 1931 and got cushy treatment. He was basically running the joint, Atlanta Federal Penitentiary, so they transferred him to maximum security at Alcatraz. He got out of Alcatraz in 1939 for good behavior, but he spent his final year in the hospital because he had syphilis. And it finally killed him in 1947, age 48, at Al Capone's home in Palm Island, Florida, is where he died. 48 years old. I thought he was way older than that. Anyway, Kimmer Pete Flounder, 440, that's 442. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We have, in fact, let me about this Caroline Levitt story. Again, this is fairly new. Caroline Levitt is slamming Hakeem Jeffries as a stone-cold loser after he called her sick, among other things, today. She said, Hakeem and Democrats are lashing out because they know what I said is true. The Democrat elected officials catering to pro-Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. Democrats voted against a resolution condemning Hamas after the October 7th attacks. Remember that? Democrats cheered pro-Hamas radicals when they hijacked America's college campuses and harassed Jews on the campus. They opened our borders, allowed tens of millions of illegal aliens into the country, including rapists and murderers, because they're future voters. Democrats coddle violent criminals, support soft-on-crime policies like cashless bail that let violent criminals back on the streets. And she went after Jeffries deliberately, criticizing a hole for blocking the GOP's federal funding bill, not serving the interests of the people. Jeffries said Republicans are to blame for the attacks against Democrat. He said, you've got Caroline Leavitt, who's sick, and she's out of control. She's demented, ignorant, a stone-cold liar. Okay. You snakes. I mean, honestly, these people just have no...
Why do we have so many wimpy
Republicans in Congress? I know it. I don't get it. We won. It's our, look what Donald Trump has accomplished. I mean, it's a steamroller. Get on board. Yeah. Daddy's home. Daddy's home. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, Flounder, you got a little something there?
Yeah, we got Rick the Painter on the horn.
Rick the Painter, haven't talked in a couple of days. How you been, man? What's going on?
Hey, Kimmer. Hey, brother. Hey, my Aunt Betty.
Yeah.
I was talking to her this weekend. She was telling, she said, Granny, you're just like Kimmer.
Yeah.
He's always in a good mood, and he's always tries to turn things into happy things.
Happy, yeah.
He said, Granny, you're always happy.
Yeah.
He said, do you ever wake up grumpy? She goes, no, I let him sleep as long as he can.
You wake up grumpy and I let him sleep. You see, grumpy was the attitude of the guy in the, Rick the Painter. You had me there, buddy. You had me. Wake up grumpy, see whether it was actually, turns out it was her, the guy with her in bed with her. Yeah. Oh, sneezed in your phone and hung up? Oh, my gosh.
I'm getting sick and tired of these cold calls.
God, hey, hi-yo, ho. So much.
Anybody else?
Before we go. Oh, mercy. 4:45 already. Holy cow. Kevin Pete and Flounder, 404-741-1230. I'm sorry, you got another
Every
one?
Friday, Susan.
Every Friday, Susan. Hey, baby, how's it going? Welcome aboard. What's happening?
So you were just talking about the Hakeem Jeffries, which is Obama, I guess, 2.0 wannabe. But I really think we need to play by their rules. I think Mike Johnson should bring a vote to censure him for misogynistic comments. I mean,
I like it.
You can't talk to a woman like that.
That's right.
Especially a young woman who's a young mother. I mean, that's misogynistic. I'm sorry. I just think we need to play by their rules.
That's exactly that's a great point. And by the way, she's also representing the United States government as the official spokesman for the President of the United States. That's nothing to be trifled with, among other things.
Well, and especially how she handles it as well, which it's just unbelievable.
I love it.
The other thing I wanted to call in about was the most consequential Supreme Court justice of our lifetime.
Oh, God.
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Oh, yeah, Ketanji Bippity Boppity Boo.
According to the ladies on The View, when she was actually sworn in, she was the first black Supreme Court justice. They just kind of, forgot about Thomas.
Justice Clarence Thomas.
They're high IQ over there. But I just, I'm so glad that she clarified things for me, because the longest time I thought I was, I'd finally convinced myself I must be a racist because I thought she was clearly a DEI hire. But now I realize I'm what they call an ableist. Do you know what an ableist is?
Yeah.
It's the leftist term for somebody that is what do you call it? You're discriminating against people that are disabled.
Yeah, victim. Yeah, of disabilities.
She benefits from the ADA, the American with Disabilities Act. So now I'm no longer a racist. I'm an ableist. So I'm just so glad she was able to clarify that for me.
You feel better already, too, don't you?
I do. No, I really do. We need to get her one of those handicap stickers so she can park right in front when she goes to work in the morning.
I love it. Oh, mercy. Every Friday. All right, sweetie. By the way, and say hi to Kelly. Remember last week when you thought for a second I was worth $200 million and you said, hell, I would have married you. I said, I'd have married both you and Kelly. In fact, when I first met you, I got kind of a little tingle. I don't know. I'm just saying. Anyway, our best to you and Kelly. Have a great weekend. 447, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And it's Let Her Rip Friday. How's it going? What a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It's time for the Boortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast's premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
Well, not that I've been keeping up with the statistics, but I have good news for you today. Gender dysphoria among young people is on the decline. A rather precipitous decline. I've told you about lugs. I guess that was about maybe a generation ago. Lugs, lesbians until graduation. It became very popular for a while for high school girls and some college girls to suddenly discover they were lesbians, or as I like to call them, insurmountable odds. It was their way of being special and getting people to talk about them in high school. Well, that faded, and we entered the age of generalized gender dysphoria. It was no longer cool or edgy or whatever to be a lesbian. It started out with, I'm transgender. I was born male, but I identify as a woman, or vice versa. And then that spread to non-binary. How many disgustingly corpulent females have I heard over the last couple of years saying, I'm non-binary? Then we went through gender queer. I don't know what that is. Gender fluid. That's another way of saying whatever floats your boat. But now in all of those categories, the share of students, high school and college, not identifying as simply male or female is dropping like a ton of bricks. It started going up in the COVID era, reached a peak around 2023, and now it's going down, way down and fast. Those who simply identify themselves as gay or lesbian remaining steady. Heterosexuality, though, on the rise because the non-binary, genderqueer, and gender fluid students are saying, I need to find something new to get attention. These kids are fun to watch. Just be careful never to hire one. Neil Boortz, Extra 106.3.
This is Bruce Hagan. The law in Georgia has changed, and it's going to be harder than ever to get fair treatment on your personal injury claim. If you have been injured through no fault of your own, call me. You need a real lawyer, and that's who we are. We're not some TV and billboard lawyers who don't even know how to get to the courthouse. I've been a Georgia super lawyer for 20 consecutive years, and that's because I try cases and I win cases. We get results for our clients, and we can get results for you. Hagen-law.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for True Prep. The weather's cooler, but the deals are getting hotter at True Prep's fall clearance sale. Take advantage of markdowns across every department, from firearms to prepping products, and save up to 66%. Don't wait. These deals won't last. And once they're gone, they're gone. Go to trueprep.com. That's TRUprep.com and click the fall clearance sale banner at the top of the page to see all the items on sale. These deals are only good in store and while supplies last. So hurry into True Prep today.
Over the past 9 years, Stovall has raised over $400,000 for the National Breast Cancer Foundation through our Pinktober fundraiser. Join us again this October in supporting their mission for helping women now as they face breast cancer. All proceeds of our selection of pink plants, as well as 10% of all Rainbird irrigation sales, will be donated directly to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Customers can also donate in person at any Stovall location and receive a free gift. Visit any Stovall store or check out our website at StovallInc.com to find out more.
Faith, family, freedom. These are the cornerstones of America and the foundation for a successful life. But today, all three are under attack. Crushing debt, out-of-control spending, and reckless policies in Washington are threatening your savings, your retirement, and your future. Hi, this is Glenn Beck. The only financial advisory firm I recommend in Atlanta is Nicholas Wealth Management. David Nicholas and his team believe protecting your money is about more than wealth. It's about defending your faith, your family, and your freedom. If your hard-earned retirement is left exposed to market chaos, higher taxes, or inflation, what happens to the life you've worked so hard to build? For over 20 years, David Nicholas has helped families right here in Atlanta fight back with retirement strategies built to better withstand uncertainty. Call Nicholas Wealth Management today, 404-890-5606, or visit nicholaswealth.com. Aim to safeguard your future today.
Nicholas Wealth is an independent financial services firm that uses a variety of different investment strategies.
Christopher Cross here. On this day, 1981. Christopher Cross. Best that you can do. It's actually called Arthur's Theme, Best That You Can Do. It started a 3-week run at number 1 in America in 1981. Christopher Cross, his second number 1 hit, and number 7 in Britain. Is he the one who sang I Gave My Love a Cherry in Animal House?
No.
Who? No, that's not right. Sean Sebastian? No, it was... who the hell? Oh, my God. I Gave My Love a Cherry, and John Belushi crashed his guitar. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I'll ask you. We're getting the answer from Croc now here. Did she hear you? Too much noise. Maybe too much noise in background. Oh, we'll figure it out. We'll get back to you. Our birthday list includes Bill Hudson of the Hudson Brothers. Bill Hudson, 76. Kate Hudson is his daughter with Goldie Hawn. Bill Hudson let Goldie get away, it says here, in 1982, so he could marry Cindy Williams from Laverne and Shirley. Anyway, Kate Hudson's dad, Bill Hudson, is 76 years old today. Did we figure out who sang I Gave My Love a Cherry?
Nothing is connecting. I don't know what.
I'll be damned. Wow.
Stephen Bishop.
That's what it was. Stephen Bishop. Stephen Bishop. I got those confused. This day in history. In fact, screw that. I got a couple of stories I want to get to. This is freaking unbelievable. Just a couple of quickies here. A mother in Wisconsin is seething. Her name is Katie Neubauer. When her 8-year-old boy came home wearing a bracelet which hoped that Donald Trump is dead. The boy was taken. The bracelet was given to her 8-year-old son by volunteers at the Winnebago County Democratic Party booth in Wisconsin. It was a farmer's market, and the kid was there with the family, and they gave him a bracelet, and the bracelet said, "For Donald Trump, is he dead yet?" And the mother gave it back to him and said, "We don't wear that kind of hate speech like this." The mother was seething. She went back to the booth where he got it and noticed other bracelets, anti-Trump messages, including ones marked 8647, kill 86, get rid of him, 86, number 47, president. There were 10 complaints about him, just right one after another. Party officials said they're not going to go back to the rest of the farmers markets the rest of the season. And of course, the Democrats talk about escalating political violence. Holy criminy. And especially young kids who are vulnerable. Check that 2 youngsters in Ohio facing charges of attempted murder, rape, kidnapping. A 5-year-old girl, her mother dropped her off at a family's house. A 5-year-old girl somehow got out of the house, disappeared. They found her later in the day, unresponsive, beaten, and bloodied in the field. Bruises all over. The mother says, "I didn't even recognize her. Hair was scalped, blood all over, eyes filled with blood, lips and mouth blood, debris every place. A chunk of her braided hair was gone. In the hospital for a week, woke up screaming. They said, they killed me. The girl was 5. The suspects are charged with rape, 2 counts of felonious kidnapping, attempted murder, kidnapping, 1 count of strangulation, and so much more. The suspects are a 9-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl, are the ones who did that to a 5-year-old. How do you explain that? I don't understand how that's possible.
I don't understand. By the way, coming up, the media's been saying that these darn Republicans are separating families and grabbing people off the streets with masked agents like Gestapo agents for the Nazis and just splitting families and everything else, including a 13-year-old boy. The headline said a 13-year-old son arrested, taken by ICE to a detention facility. It's the first time it's happened in a city in Massachusetts. The 13-year-old picked up by ICE after a police interaction. He's in hundreds of miles from home. Yeah. Turns out the 13-year-old is a longtime gang member with 11 prior police complaints. Criminal behavior, breaking and entering, vandalism, theft, fighting, flash mob, shoplifting. At school, the kid's 13. At school, a girl noticed he had a gun. He had a backpack. He says, I've got a gun. I'm looking for so-and-so because I'm going to kill him. She called the cops. They found the kid. He had a knife on him. And they found, oh, my God, his gang affiliation goes back a very long time since he came here illegally with his family over a year ago. He's 13. He's an official gang member. And the media says, they took a 13-year-old boy away from his family. Yeah, you ought to be in big boy prison. Anyway, that's all coming up. 4:58, Flounder Let It Rip Friday. I have a little Flounder's Funny for happiness here, maybe. One more shot. With a news check coming up here at top of the hour. Right here. Can't repeat and Flounder right there.
I always have to prove to a robot that I'm not a robot. Why do you even care? Who put you up to this, robot? And how do you even want me to prove it? With a CAPTCHA? By putting in a series of random letters and numbers? That sounds like something a robot would be pretty good at. I don't go up to my toaster and be like, hey, prove to me you not my friend Craig right now.
And I forgot that guy's name. We
Ron
like him.
Functions.
Yeah. I wonder if he's the one I had on my show years ago. He was so freaking funny, and I can't remember his name, and he sounded like... Whoops, what was I?
Oh, damn, I had the bingo card.
Oh, that's all right, not to worry. Almost 5 o'clock, kept repeating Flounder. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We have a game, and we have Holy Crap It's Sports, and the latest on the news, and some Facebook posting, and just so much, and it's all your way coming up between now. Oh, and a traffic alert, too. Apparently, was it I-75 Cobb area? Parkway area is all shut down. A bomb or something. Yeah, Windy Hill, Delk area is a police activity of some kind. And we'll keep you posted. Look out, 5 o'clock.
Streaming across Georgia on the Extra 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. Extra 106.3.
To stop killing and make a deal. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump says that's what he told Russia's president yesterday in a call and Ukraine's president during a White House meeting today.
Finish it, end it. We want it ended. So many people have died in this war.
There's no word on any decision about greenlighting the sale of Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine to put more pressure on Russia for peace. The Trump administration now asking the U.S. Supreme Court to allow deployment of National Guard troops in the Chicago area. An emergency appeal to the High Court after a judge temporarily blocked deployment and a federal appeals court refused to put that order on hold. The administration argues the troops are needed to assist immigration enforcement operations as agents face sometimes violent protests. There were more clashes earlier today outside a suburban Chicago facility where protests started too early, violating a city-imposed restriction on the timing.
Chanting, making noise, and the big thing right now is they want to keep them in the designated protest areas and out of the street.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Broadview, Illinois, where multiple arrests were made as some demonstrators did not stay behind barricades. Across the U.S., hundreds of No Kings protests are planned tomorrow, organized by groups accusing the president of abusing his power. House Speaker Mike Johnson considers it a far-left publicity stunt.
You're going to bring together the Marxists, the socialists, the Antifa advocates, the anarchists, and the pro-Hamas wing
of the far-left Democrat Party. That is the modern Democratic Party. That's where they've gone.
And he argues tomorrow's protests are part of why a government shutdown has continued. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
We look forward to sitting down with anyone, anytime, any place, either here at the Capitol or back at the White House.
Still calling for talks on health care funding, especially an extension of Obamacare tax subsidies. Republicans say the shutdown has to end first. America is listening to Fox News.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. And see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
Let's get it together, ladies. Let's shoulder, right a blank. Ready on your dog target. Hair, help, hair, road guards out. Hair, help, hair, look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder and you on 106.3. Happy Friday. Let her rip. Anything goes right up here till 6 o'clock. And we got 2 play-up games tonight. Holy Crap at Sports is coming up. And I got some little sports stuff coming up here for you shortly with Pete Davis. And your calls and good stuff and a lot of weird things going on in the news. And I do a lot of we don't do helicopter traffic reports around here anymore.
Well, we do one report. I forgot because we had Boortz.
Doo-doo.
Oh, uh-oh.
A Kimmer Show halftime update.
Well, now, wait a minute.
Let's check in with Pete and the scoreboard.
A live guest.
Prepared.
A little late. But that's all right.
Gave him more time. Gave you 15 more minutes to get 30 more minutes to get your act together here.
I know.
Of the 15 stories to which you woke Flounder up this morning, you have done exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5.
Well, it's a third.
You've done a third. You're doing so well.
We're going in the wrong direction here.
Well, and I also want to talk of Bridget Bardot. Poor thing is in the hospital, and so I want to get to that story. Also, just some weird the gang leader stuff and strikes in the ocean and fees for. We've got a lot of funny stuff here. Anyway, so we'll get it all. We'll endeavor. But first of all, this message came in a little while, 15 minutes ago or so. I assume it's still going to be there because it looks like an issue. The story is, I'm not sure who sent this, but thank you. It says, hey, Flounder, I know y'all da-da-da-da-da. But Kimmer may have hit something. You may hit bad traffic leaving the station after the show. I-75 South between Delk and Windy Hill is shut down indefinitely due to a suspicious package on the interstate. This came from Cobb County PD. All lanes are blocked until further notice. I-75 South between Delk and Windy Hill. And hope you have a great weekend. Don't want to get stuck in the aftermath. I'm not sure who sent this, but thank you so much. So again, I said it's on I-75. Now, whether they're going to have people transfer through the neighborhoods in the area, we don't know. But it's not far from the Battery, but it's in that area. So just be aware and be careful, and everything will be fine. Okay, 404-741-1230, 741-1230, and don't forget tomorrow they have the I Hate America rallies of the No Kings. Yeah, they keep forgetting the last part of the phrase is No Kings but Jesus. These people don't care about Jesus. Anyway, so they have fun at the rallies, and I hope nobody gets run over by accident if they try to block your car. I think they probably may have learned their lesson after they've done something like this before. How about a couple of funny stories in the news? For example, a notorious gangbanger from Trendy Aragua, the notorious Venezuelan gang in Colombia, was hiding out at his hideout in a high-rise building, and the gendarmes showed up. So the guy went off his 8th floor balcony trying to flee authorities by doing hand over hand to scale the balcony to get to the floor below. Oh, darn, he lost his grip, took a nosedive 8 stories down, and splattered himself pancaking on the sidewalk below. Inside his apartment, they found more people hiding and arrested them. They found amphetamines and fragmentation grenades and stuff like that. He was wanted for aggravated kidnapping, larger gang members and from Venezuela, drug dealing, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so he fell off his balcony trying to get away. Donald Trump got another bunch of suspected drug carriers in a boat in the Caribbean, and this time they got a couple of guys that are alive. They didn't kill them all. I don't know what happened. It must have been something in the bomb load or something. But they've rounded up a couple of guys who got blown into the water, and we have them in custody, which is nice. By the way, military operations in the Caribbean, or is it the Caribbean? Donald Trump has sent guided missile destroyers, F-35 fighter jets, a nuclear submarine, and 6,500 troops into the Caribbean. And Donald Trump hinted yesterday that he may be doing some land operations. And frankly, I still don't understand. If the cartel members are literally, factually putting bounties up to $10,000 on the leaders of ICE and other federal agents, if they're literally saying, here's the guy's name, here's where they live, and I'll give you $10,000 to kill him and $2,000 to kidnap him, then why aren't we, therefore, since we've said these gangbangers are international terrorists and they are an enemy of the United States, why aren't we, therefore, going in to kill them in a foreign country? I would say that we are if they are coming into our country to try to kill our agents, and so I don't know why we aren't going into their country and killing them. We know where they are. They're being protected.
Put their skulls up at the border on pikes.
That's right.
Just as a warning.
That's right. Absolutely.
Line the wall. Line the wall with them.
They'll understand that. And maybe the people on the take allowing this to happen will understand that, the politicians and the authorities and whoever. I mean, it just seems pretty simple to me.
And we know who the leader of the cartels are.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah. We can't eliminate them.
That's right. Oh, we could if we want to.
The problem is half our problem, half their problem, because it's our demand that keeps them and makes them rich.
Yeah, I know. Brutal. I mentioned Bridget Bardot really quickly, kind of an update. Bridget Bardot. Now, Flounder, do you even know who that name? Have you ever even heard of Bridget Bardot? I assume you probably have.
I've heard the name, yes.
Yeah, but you don't know anything. I mean, that doesn't mean anything.
She's been in some movies, hasn't she?
Okay, see, that's the thing. Bridget Bardot, to guys like me, baby boomers, and Pete, too, you're old enough to remember.
She was before
still before your time. But Bridget Bardot was probably, and she called herself ugly as a child. She said, I was so ugly as a child that I knew I had to do something special, so she wanted to become a dancer and a ballet dancer and all this kind of stuff to get out of, nothingness or something. In the early 50s, she was in a film called The Girl in the Bikini, and boom, wow, after World War II, that was a huge breakthrough for a foreign star. She starred with her husband, Roger Vadims, and God Created Woman. And that was despite the Hollywood censors cutting the crap out of the movie. It was the highest grossing foreign film ever released in America in 1956. That's where she got the name The Sex Kitten. American theater managers were arrested for showing her movies. And, of course, that made more people want to go see him. And I remember Bridget Bardot and thought, oh, my God, try to get a picture of her. And she was just very sexy. Sex kitten. The Vatican condemned her, said don't go looking at her movies. That was before they also accused Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton of, quote, erotic vagrancy. The Vatican, erotic vagrancy. What a great phrase. One critic said, there lies Bridget Bardot stretched from end to end on the screen, bottoms up and bare as a censor's eyeball. John Lennon loved her. He had a poster of her on his bedroom wall as a kid. He said he met her briefly in 1968. She was a ballet dancer. At 15, she was a model. Posed nude for Playboy when she was 40. Anyway, by the way, there's a neckline called the Bardot neckline named for her because she made it famous. And I should have looked that up. I don't know what that is. I don't remember. I don't know what it looks like. Anyway, she dedicated the rest of her life to protecting animals. She has a whole Brigitte Bardot Foundation campaigning for the rights of animals. And,
it's kind of it's like a blouse or dress that just kind of it makes a cut across the top there. But
Well, it's called the Bardot fashion style, so apparently it's actually a thing. We got a Holy Grail Sports coming up. First of all, this is a sign of the times, and it figures because it's in Michigan. Michigan representatives are trying to get the governor, Gurl Whitmer, to block the Department of Natural Resources from killing a baby deer and a coyote. The rescued baby deer named Peanut and the coyote named Coda are at the Detroit Animal Welfare Group called The Dog, a non-kill sanctuary. The people there say they're not threats, they're survivors. But because the center has not been officially licensed for taking care of non-returnable animals to the wild, the state says we need to kill them. We need to euthanize those two animals because they can't go back in the wild, and it's a baby deer and a baby coyote. And the deadline for paperwork may have been missed because of something or other. They found this baby deer collapsed, couldn't stand up. They rehabilitated her day by day. The animal can barely see, and so they can't set her back in the wild. So they're taking care of her. Everything's fine. They're taking care of her, and everybody's happy. But now the state says, no, we have to kill her because you don't have the right paperwork. God, every day she gets stronger and stronger. She's precious and deserves every opportunity. They've ordered her to be killed for no reason. Remember the Peanut the squirrel in New York got killed because it was not supposed to be a pet. Anyway, it's not one world. 5:13. A little sports up. Actually, a couple of playoff games and holy crap! It's sports with Pete Davis coming up. Man, we have a game. We have Flounders Funnies, and it's a beautiful sunny day and. I guess it's like 80 degrees again. Here we go. A little Indian summer, if you don't mind. 5:13. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. I got it.
Listen to the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, Neil Boortz, and all your favorite Extra 106.3 personalities whenever you want with the all-new Extra app. It's anytime show replays, all your favorite podcasts, and the latest political news from across Georgia. Download the Extra 106.3 app now for Apple or Android.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
This is Window Nation, your source for affordable replacement windows at the highest quality. So if you've got old, drafty, sticking, or leaking windows, you need the experienced pros at Window Nation. You can pay a lot less and still get the premium windows you're dreaming of. Their custom windows are guaranteed to be a perfect fit, and they're backed by the best warranty in the industry. Go to GetWindowNation.com or call 866-90Nation for your free estimate. And for a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free, plus no payments for 2 years.
Oh no, what is that sound?
It's our rejection detection system. It's showing that several men across Georgia are being denied intimacy by their partners due to ED.
How can this be?
Well, it's more common than you think. As men age, their bodies change. And unfortunately, once they get over 50, some things don't work like they used to.
So what do we do?
There's only one thing to do. We need to get them to Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. He can fix ED problems.
But how?
At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, they are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, and Trimex to create an erection and more.
Hi, this is Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 struggle with some form of ED? Guys, it won't get better on its own. When it's not hard, it's really hard. But I can help you today. Call us at Total Body Therapy of Georgia at 404-777-1911 or learn more about us online at tbtofga.com.
The Fan and Extra 106.3 are proud to salute all those who've served our great nation at our 2025 Veterans Day Golf Classic. Friday, November 7th at Heritage Golf Links. Join all your favorite Fan and Extra personalities for a day of golf, prizes, and fun, all benefiting our friends at the Warrior Alliance. But if you want to play in one of the last tournaments of the year, you've got to get registered now at extra1063.com or at 680thefan.com. Special thanks to Mizuno, Georgia Drive Chevy, First Watch, Scana Energy, Matthews Cafeteria, Crown Royal Canadian Whiskey, Patron Tequila, Surfside Iced Tea and Lemonade Vodka, and Weber Ranch Vodka.
And it was on this day in 1993, Chevy Chase had left Saturday Night Live, so Fox gave him his own late-night show. After 6 weeks, Fox executives said it was so bad it was embarrassing, you're fired. And now sponsored by RBM of Atlanta, Holy Crap at Sports, and Pete Davis.
Well, LA takes a commanding 3-0 lead over Milwaukee in the NLCS after winning 3-1 last night in Dodger Stadium. The Brewers showing why you need a big bopper or two in the lineup. It's hard to manufacture a lot of runs against very good pitching in the playoffs. And, of course, the Dodgers can afford to stockpile 16, 17 starters. So,
you're right.
The Blue Jays even their ALCS at 2 apiece by riding geezer Max Scherzer to an 8-2 win in Seattle. At one point, the Toronto manager moseyed on out to the mound to remove Max. A few F-bombs later, Scherzer got 3 more outs. The man is the exact maniac you want in the postseason, a Kurt Schilling, a Bob Gibson. You need someone like that.
That's right. That's right.
I love that.
Yes, sir.
Both NLCS and ALCS games tonight. Los Angeles can sweep theirs.
Remember guys like Goose Gossage? I mean, they got on the mind, and they just,
Yeah. 1984, Padres, Goose Gossage, closer. He gets them there by being the closer. Has a great year.
Yeah.
He's in there against Detroit, who won 4-1 in the World Series, the Tigers. And Dick Williams, the Padres manager, goes out to the Goose Gossage and says, okay, I want you to walk Kirk Gibson. He goes, no, I can do it. I can get him. No, I want you to walk Kirk Gibson. No, trust me, coach. Trust me. I can get him out. I think 2 or 3 pitches later, the ball is somewhere in the right field stands. And the game in the World Series are pretty much over.
Yeah, that's ball game. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Goose Gossage. But I like a guy. I like the mindset, but sometimes they're wrong.
Absolutely.
NFL, another geezer. Joe Flacco led the Bengals to a surprise 33-31 home win over Pittsburgh. See, you went with the Bengals yesterday, and I talked you out of it.
I know. And another geezer. It was double geezer game. It was unbelievable.
Stick to your guns. Aaron, another geezer, not happy after a late touchdown. His own lineman tackled him.
I didn't watch.
Did you see that?
No,
he comes rolling up and jumps on him, 300 pounds, rolls over on top of him, and Rodgers gets up and shoves him in the chest like, what the blank are you doing?
Mercy. Wow.
Not a very good move.
I got to get that app, fingernail app. Watch Thursday Night Football.
By the way, Pittsburgh radio sports talk host Andrew Filipponi kind of put his foot in his mouth.
Uh-oh. What'd he do?
He said yesterday, there is no way the Steelers lose tonight.
Uh-oh.
In fact, I will get my nipples pierced.
Oh, God.
With no numbing agents. If they lose to the Bungles, it ain't happening.
And?
Andrew has tweeted, R.I.P. to my nipples.
Oh, no.
We had some great times together.
Oh, Lordy.
It's over now. Thanks, Mike Tomlin.
Is he going to do it?
Oh, yeah, he's got to do it.
Oh, my God.
You can't do something like that in a town like Pittsburgh and then walk away.
That going to hurt.
And wasn't it Pittsburgh that the baseball, I forget, was it Bob Walker or somebody, said if the Pirates win or lose or something like that.
He's going to walk home or whatever?
He'd walk home, and he ended up walking, I think, most of the way from Philly or something.
Yeah.
For charity.
Yeah, that's right.
The resurgent Falcons in San Francisco Sunday night, not always a fun trip for the team throughout history. I know, because I was there.
Yes, some classroom.
And the Falcons, that's right.
I was knee deep in sorry.
Playing Beatles records. The Falcons are not fully healthy. The Falcons have officially ruled out rookies Jalen Walker and Billy Bowman Jr. They're both dealing with, and I hate to say this, soft tissue injuries.
I don't like the sound of that.
This is the second straight game Bowman has missed, the first for Walker. Now, D. Alford should replace Bowman at nickel. Alford had an interception against Josh Allen in Buffalo Monday night. They have also ruled that Ray McLeod out for this, I believe, the second straight game. He was not in practice all week. Head coach Raheem Morris says, I sent him home. an excused absence. We are working through some things that are private with the young man, and we will get those things figured out. They say it has nothing to do with the fact that a good friend of Raymond McLeod's and the reason he signed with the Falcons was Ike Hilliard, the receivers coach, getting fired.
Aha.
They say it's got nothing to do with that. I'm calling. I'm throwing the BS flag on that one.
Dissension there. That's not a good sign.
Left tackle Jake Matthews is questionable with his ankle injury, so that's better than what we heard most of the week.
Yeah.
Well, tonight in college football, Louisville, as we heard yesterday, Louisville. At, I guess I have too many teeth, as he said. Louisville at number 2, Miami.
Oh, number 2, Miami. Okay.
Yeah, my friend Mercedes, I went to college with her. I mean, just a rabid Hurricanes fan. Says, I hate these Friday night games. There's always something weird that happens. The ACC hates my team. Well, maybe I don't know. I'd have a point. 25th ranked Nebraska visits Minnesota, and Coach Jordan Hudson takes her North Carolina squad to Cal Berkeley. ESPN's College Game Day is in Athens tomorrow, mainly to cause Flounder to be late for the game.
Yeah, it's true.
So guess who their guest picker will be?
Probably somebody from the WNBA or something. I don't know where they get these people sometimes, but I don't know. I try to watch that for a while, but they get some of these. I mean, really, I don't know where somebody gets some of these people. Who's
Jelly Roll?
Oh, well, so you know, and he's famous, and he's lost 200 pounds lately, so he's kind of in the social media.
Jelly Roll has zero ties to either Ole Miss or Georgia.
That's what I'm saying. They get people who have nothing to do with anything, but they're celebrities, or
they used to.
Yeah.
Jelly Roll is a Tennessee fan when he's not being a Vandy fan.
Okay.
So I'm sure there's some tie between Jelly and Disney to promote something coming up. Who knows what's going on?
Apparently.
And the Rebels say they're working on a contract extension for Lane Kiffin along the line of what Signetti got in Indiana.
Everybody's got Lane Kiffin.
And you talk. To go from 17-2 to the third highest paid coach in college football. That has set a precedent.
Well,
imagine what Kirby is, what Nick Saban would have been worth, or something like that these days.
Yeah. And by the way, can I ask a question about the pregame show stuff they're going to do? When they have the guy with the tall blonde hair, used to be a kicker, and he's a big Pat McAfee. When he does his kick through the goalpost from somebody in the stands, and they give him like $300,000, is that real?
That's his money, I believe.
I mean, but they and do they pick a guy who's just a guy, or I mean, and they make it. They make the kick, and they get like $400,000.
Okay, I thought it was 100. Now you've
no, it's more than I guarantee you. It's
really?
Like honestly, I couldn't believe and I think where do they? I mean, that's amazing.
Supposedly, it's Pat's money is what I heard. I don't know if that's true or if ESPN throws in because ESPN's not really rolling in the dough right now.
Amazing.
For the first time since the 1970s, Vanderbilt will be favored over a ranked team.
Woohoo!
The Commodores picked to beat, oh boy, this is embarrassing, LSU.
Oh, no kidding. Wow. Oh, really? Wow.
When was the last time you heard that?
Yeah, I know. LSU, that's... Well.
And may never get this good again for Vandy. So if you're head coach Clark Lee, you get out while the getting's good and take a bigger job. Do what James Franklin did, who basically did a good job, and Clark Lee's done a better job at Vandy than Franklin did, and parlayed that into a Penn State job where he became a multimillionaire and could never win a big game.
If the phone rings, they're going to answer it, and if the guy offers you opportunity, he's going to. Sure, he's probably going to, unless he's really just tied to the, the core of the Vanderbilt.
I think he went there.
Yeah,
I think
who knows? We'll see.
Today in history, October 17th, 1971. Let me take you there.
All right.
At Memorial Stadium, behind Steve Blass's complete game 4-hitter, unfortunately, the Pirates beat Mike Cuellar and the heavily favored Orioles to capture their 4th world championship. Immediately after the Game 7 victory, 21-year-old rookie Bruce Keeson and his champagne-soaked best man Bob Moose take a helicopter to a waiting Learjet. Why?
Wow. What year is this? 1970, what'd you say?
71.
71. I don't know. I don't know.
They were attending Bruce's wedding in Pittsburgh. He arrives 33 minutes late.
Hence the chopper.
Yep. I think later Bob Moose died in a tragic car accident going to a golf tournament that was being run by Bill Mazeroski. I believe it was Bob Moose.
Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe it was Keeson. It was one of the two. 1989, as the Giants and A's get ready to play Game 3 of the World Series, what happens?
Was an earthquake.
That's right. Massive 6.9 magnitude Loma Prieta earthquake hit the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Responsible 63 people died. Commissioner Faye Vincent quickly postponed the Candlestick Park contest and wisely ordered the ballpark's evacuation. I have been in that ballpark when it is swaying, and you get way up high in the press box, and that place moved.
Yeah.
Or did. It's gone now, thank goodness.
Yeah, that was a weird place anyway in many reasons. And now, are you going to talk more about what happened at the game because of the earthquake?
Yeah, go ahead.
Candlestick Park, less than a half hour before the game was to start, it hit. Al Michaels said, "Well, folks, that's the greatest open in the history of television, bar none." When the shaking stopped, there was a brief lightheartedness at the ballpark. The Giants blared the song from Queen, "We Will Rock You," over the public address system. And then reality set in. A's catcher Terry Steinbach. Remember Terry Steinbach?
Yeah, I remember
He
him.
escorted his wife Mary off the field as she was crying, her hand covering her face. "We're postponing the game because there's no power in the stadium," said Faye Vincent, the commissioner. "We would like you to leave in an orderly way." The A's won the series in 4 games, but it was sort of anticlimactic after the earthquake, said Will Clark in the documentary 100 Years of the World Series. Anyway, boy, what a day that was.
That Bay Bridge, the top fell down on the bottom and all that.
People died because it was 67, I think, was the final because the top part of the bridge just crushed the cars below.
And I remember driving on the underneath, which I think was going back to San Francisco, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
And I was thinking, I would not want to be here.
Yeah.
Or on one of those BART underneath the bay. Imagine being on a BART train underneath the bay.
I know. We're not talking the Golden Gate Bridge. This is the Bay Bridge, which is the Oakland connection thing.
Past Treasure Island and everything.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yep.
And that's the bridge you see from the Giants ballpark, is the Bay Bridge, not the Golden Gate.
No, you don't see the Golden Gate there.
1996, completing a comeback from a 3-1 deficit in the NLCS, the Braves, with the help of a 6-run first inning, rout the Cardinals 15-0. The Atlanta Fulton County Stadium victory marked the biggest blowout in postseason history. Unfortunately, the Cardinals returned the favor a few years later with that 10-run first inning against Mike Fultonevich.
Oh, my.
And that was not,
ball game.
Not pretty.
Well, we got a couple of sports birthdays here, Pete, if you don't mind. Let's see. Holly Holm is 44, the MMA fighter who gave Ronda Rousey her first loss. Now, let me ask you this. Holly Holm and Ronda Rousey, sexy or not sexy? They're fighters, tough guy fighters.
There's something about Ronda. I don't know what it is. It's just something about her. I don't know.
Ronda Rousey, yeah, she definitely is sexy, and so is Holly Holm, but although she looks like she keeps getting, she's a blonde, great little figure, and she's definitely sexy, but you can also tell that she's been hit in the face a few times. I mean, but she's that tough, sexy Holly Holm, Holm, 44, the blonde, she's definitely got a look about her.
Yeah, they're both bad
and Ronda Rousey. I remember when Ronda Rousey accepted some kid's invitation to be to be his date at his prom in high school or something. She said, yeah, and she went and she did it, and she looked pretty good, cleaned up a little bit. Anyway, Holly Holm, 44, and Ernie Els is 56 years old today, the famous golfer. And tomorrow, Lindsey Vonn is 41 years old. She used to date Tiger Woods until she found out what he likes best. And Jean-Claude.
What kind of crack is that?
Jean-Claude.
He likes gazing at planets. Let's put it that way.
And Jean-Claude Van Damme is 65 tomorrow, too. And Mike Ditka tomorrow will be 86 years old, Hall of Fame. And I had the pleasure.
Didn't Mike Ditka leave us?
Oh, he may be dead. Well, it says here tomorrow's birthday, Mike Ditka, 86.
Let me see.
I can't
remember if he's with us or not.
No, I think he's still alive. I was talking about how when he wanted to stop the news conference.
Oh, I'm thinking
of
Butkus.
Yeah, Butkus. Yeah. Mike Ditka was the coach and was having the news conference at the Bears camp, and they were complaining about him. You know, he was complaining about reporters being all negative. He said, "If that's all you got, I'm getting out of here." And he starts to stand up, and I said, "Hey, coach, how about that defense?" Everybody started laughing, and he stayed and answered the questions anyway. 5:30, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, right up till 6 o'clock. We still have let's do a game next. We'll do a game with Pete. Do we do a game or already? Let's do a game. Maybe. And we got stuff. All right, look out. Here we go. Stand by. 5:30. Here we go.
When political discourse gets ugly, count on Extra 106.3 to be the voice of reason when tempers flare. The violent rhetoric from the left won't change our mission. It won't affect our hearts, and it won't stop us from being the voice of our community. Proud to be the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Fall is in the air, and Central Heating and Air Conditioning is making it the perfect time to upgrade your comfort. For a limited time, you get up to $2,100 in rebates and 60 months, 0% financing with approved credit. That's right, savings up front and no interest for 5 whole years. A brand new carrier system from Central delivers dependability, efficiency, and comfort every family deserves. Central Heating and Air Conditioning have set the standard in heating and cooling for over 3 generations. And now's your chance to bring that comfort home with the best savings of the season. These dual incentives don't come around often, so act now. Call 770-GET-HEAT today. That's 770-GET-HEAT. Or visit centralheat.com, centralheat.com. Upgrade your comfort, lock in your savings, and turn to your Atlanta carrier experts. Central Heating and Air Conditioning.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers. Fall in Georgia is here. Cooler days, changing leaves, and plenty of outdoor projects. At Howard Brothers, they've got everything you need to tackle the season, from mowers and blowers to grills and gear. Howard Brothers is your one-stop shop for work and play. Need parts or service? Their team is ready to serve you and keep your equipment running strong every season. This fall, make the most of your yard, your home, and your time with the trusted folks at Howard Brothers, proudly serving their community for 70 years and counting.
Hey, this is John Flading from ATL Turfco. We're a family-owned and operated independent local company here in the Atlanta area. We've been in business for over 15 years. We install several different types of artificial grass. One is landscape, which looks like real grass for your lawn. The next one is pet turf. Pet turf is a little bit shorter than landscape, and it's more durable. And the other one is putting greens. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Attention extra listeners. The end of the year is closing in. Are your retirement plans ready? We at Master Plan Retirement Consultants are holistic retirement planners, including income and growth planning, tax strategies, and estate and legacy planning. Each piece of the retirement puzzle must fit together cohesively because we know a change in one area can inevitably affect the others. Our boutique team serves you with fiduciary care, ensuring every step moves you closer to a confident, sustainable retirement. Don't wait. There's still time to adjust your plan before year end. Schedule your complimentary consultation now at masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
From the latest breaking news to the conservative voices you know and trust, your best new follow on social media is Extra 1063. We're at XTRA 1063 on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and LinkedIn, and pretty much any social media you scroll through every day. And we drop exclusive giveaways, new daily content, and the latest breaking news from Georgia and across this great nation. Interact with your favorite Extra personalities. Get the latest on our live events and so much more. Follow at Extra 1063 across all your social media and keep up with Atlanta's only conservative voice.
Here we go. All right, we're going down to the bottom of the thing here then, right? With the Beatles?
Yes. Adjust.
1962, the Cavern Club. Here we go.
Oh, I missed one. Sorry.
That's all right. Try to trick the Kimmer. It's all good. It's right here in front of me. But it's be true. So please. Yeah, baby. That'll be the day. 1962. In between their lunchtime and nighttime shows at the Cavern Club in Liverpool, the Beatles traveled to Grenada at the TV Center in Manchester to make their TV debut. So they did a lunchtime show, went on TV, and then did a night show. They went on the local magazine program, People and Places, did 2 songs, Some Other Guy, and this one, Love Me Do. The Beatles, 1962. Our birthday list, Kimmer Peyton Flounder, Mike Judge, 63, creator of Office Space, Beavis and Butthead, King of the Hill. He does the voices for Beavis, Butthead, and Hank Hill. Mike Judge, 63.
We need to talk to you about your flair. Office Space.
Office Space. That was a really cute. And by the way, what a funny role for Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah,
you know?
she was great in it.
Yeah, she was terrific in it. And that was a very amusing. Really, it was well done. It was very amusing. The characters were all, just it was really pretty cool. I thought I was very impressed with it. Mike Judge, 63. Alan Jackson, the country singer star, 67 years old today. And on this day in history, it was 1979. No one can deny, it says here, that Mother Teresa was an incredible woman of faith and of service. She was named of one of the most admired women by Gallup's yearly poll 18 times. Wow, 18 different years. But it was on this day in 1979, Mother Teresa awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for work undertaken in the struggle to overcome poverty and distress, which also constitutes a threat to peace. She refused the ceremonial banquet and said use the money to give it to the poor in India. Although she was also criticized rather severely because she was famous for telling people who were dying, you really don't need this medicine. God's waiting for you anyway. And she was kind of hoarding medical supplies in her clinics and stuff. Anyway, that's what they're saying. Coming up, the latest on Hamas. We're not laying down our weapons. All that. Oh, really? Gee, that probably won't have any effect on the peace plan. Anyway, to show you no badges. 537. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder here. 404-741-1230. And so it's game time. Johnny Olson, who's our next contestant with the Pete Davis game on 106.3. What you got there, sir?
Well, Flounder, pick a state.
Any state? Georgia.
Any state.
All right.
Georgia. Excellent. If Georgians are moving out of Georgia, what's the other state they go to the most?
Oh, good question. Oh, leaving Georgia for where?
Florida. I go Florida.
What do you say, Kimmer?
I say South Carolina.
Florida.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Florida is the state
how unusual. I lost another game.
Now, if you're in Florida, if you're in Florida, where do you go?
Well, Flounder goes first because he's Flounder.
I'm going to go Georgia.
Kimmer.
I'll say South Carolina.
Georgia.
I'll be damned.
In fact, there are 3 states overall that go to Georgia when they move. Outside of Florida, what's the other 2 states that will move to Georgia more than any other state?
Tennessee.
Yes, Tennessee is one of them.
And maybe Alabama.
Alabama, you got both of them.
I'll be damned.
There you go. You made up.
I got 1 out of 3.
Yeah, you got 1 thing. So we're kind of tied here. So, Flounder, give me a state.
Let's see. Texas.
Texas. What state, when you leave Texas, do you move to?
Florida.
I would say Florida.
Kimmer.
Georgia. Well,
hey, where's our buzzer sound when you guys screw up?
I don't know.
I got him right here.
You're not going to believe this, but California is where most Texans move to.
Boy, I bet that's not true anymore, though. I'll bet this was a survey from a couple of years ago.
Where do Californians go to?
Texas.
Flounder?
Florida.
South Carolina.
Flounder, you must hit the buzzer on you because it is Texas.
Oh,
Texas is where California. So they're basically trading back and forth.
It's just like,
but I mean, you would figure anyone from a red state is going to probably try and go to another red state.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, and the great, I think his name was Tim Wilson. He was a comedian and musician.
I remember
years
Tim
ago,
Wilson. Yeah.
Bob and Tom. He's from Georgia. And he says, we hate Florida because when you go down to Florida, if you go, somewhere inland, you pay like $100 for a motel room.
Yeah.
But if you want to be by the beach, it's going to be $400.
Yeah.
And that's perfectly okay. But when Floridians come to Georgia to get away from the hurricane, and you say, well, it's going to be $400 to go to Macon to get away from the hurricane, suddenly we're gouging.
Yeah, well, hold on a second. Yeah, it's okay to gouge in Florida, but God forbid. Yeah, pretty cool. I like it. Well done, Pete Davis. 540, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. And just for a quick update, this just came in on the New York Post. Hamas is defending public executions of Palestinians. They're killing their own people. Hamas is defending executions of Palestinians, saying it has no plans to lay down its arms. The Politburo leader said exceptional measures had to be taken carrying out with public assassinations in Gaza this week, drawing widespread criticism for the violence, but they say, those executed were criminals guilty of murder. So Hamas is still killing people they say deserve to be killed. And Hamas says we are not going to take away our arms, which Israel demands as part of the 20-point peace plan. Hamas could prove to be a major obstacle. Both sides are saying we're not giving up our arms. So Prime Minister Netanyahu says, they're not living up to the end of the bargain. They were supposed to release all the hostages. They did not. They know where the bodies are. They didn't release all the dead ones. They were supposed to disarm. They're not doing that. No ifs, ands, or buts. They haven't done what they're supposed to do, and they're running out of time.
They never do.
Yeah.
They never do. You know what I call Palestinians killing other Palestinians?
Yeah, that's right.
A good start.
Yeah. I know. In fact, seriously, you have to almost... where do you think, where is this supposed to go if they're all just saying, screw it, we'll do what we want?
They've lied throughout history. They've lied through every single treaty they've been to. They've lied.
Well, now here's the big question, though. Donald Trump the other day very strongly said, if they don't stop the killing, we will go in there and kill them. He didn't say we'll try to stop it. He said we'll go in there and kill them. And kill them all.
No American boots, too, so who's going to do that?
Well, I don't understand.
It would have to be a joint Turkish-Israeli outfit to go in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I
think the other Arab nations are tired of them. I think they are truly tired of them. Why should Egypt have to have that fence up?
Yeah.
There's no reason for that except for Palestinians.
Yeah. Was it Egypt or Saudi Arabia built the underground walls
Egypt.
So they couldn't... Egypt, yeah. So it's like 200 feet down so they couldn't burrow under the boundary. I mean, jeez. That's against their own...
I think they're all tired of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Jordan kicked him out. Saudi Arabia kicked him out. Egypt has kicked him out.
Yeah. It's wrong in every way. 543. I put this on Facebook today. In case you missed it, once again, I'm actually, every morning I got like 5:50 and I go out and get my paper out of the driveway. And now lately I've said to myself, thank God that's almost over. I'm actually looking forward to the day when the paper goes out of business and I don't have to read the paper.
You.
Oh, well, me too. I mean, that's a whole different thing. And finally, the nightmare will end.
Well, that's dark.
Yeah, finally.
Pick up the paper, go, not much longer for this.
Almost over. But in the second, one of the sections here, they have this, and this is typical. I put this on Facebook, but I'll hold it up also for those of you left. Now, would people watching me would be watching on 106.3 Facebook, YouTube page,
Correct.
not on the Kimmer Show YouTube
Correct.
page. Okay. So those people on YouTube, if you want to watch me live on the thing, you have to go to 106.3.
Extra 106.3. That's correct.
YouTube. The newspaper, the Al Jazeera Constipation, the America's largest black newspaper, has a headline, and it says, detainees are being treated inhumanely. Big black letters. Detainees are being treated inhumanely. Underneath the headline is a large color photograph of Governor Kemp applauding, and all the people around him are applauding and clapping with happy faces and everything else because they're talking about something else entirely.
Yes.
But the headline over the picture says detainees are being treated inhumanely, and Governor Kemp is applauding and lauding and saying, oh boy, that's great news. It looks like he's saying that.
Propaganda.
The whole freaking governor's council has looked like they're saluting, treating detainees inhumanely.
They can't go out of business fast enough.
There's no way to explain anything other than they did this so deliberately to make it look exactly like that. Because who's going to read the story? They say, oh my God, that damn governor, look what he's done, applauding the detainees being treated badly.
Hell, I'll do it.
It's disgraceful. I mean, seriously, you have to have a certain kind of sleaziness in your soul to do crap like this. You know, luck of Hate America vets and all the rest of them, too. Just freaking traitors. Just traitors. Anyway, all right, here we go. All right, if I had 6:15 already.
Hey, we've been out of a job, so that happens to everybody.
That's right. Yeah.
Tough.
That's right. We were out. Hey, we lost everything. I was like 3 or 4 years. A station that went out of business, another station out of business, podcast. I mean, my God. Like 3 years.
3 times.
Yeah, 3 times. There goes my nest egg.
Yeah, 3 times.
Jeez, anyway, it's 5:45. It's all fine now, though. All right,
no sympathy.
No sympathy. We're good.
Miss any of the show? No sweat. Grab your Extra 106.3 app and listen to show replays whenever you want. Download the Extra app now for Apple and Android by searching for XTRA 106.3.
Life is unpredictable, but when trouble comes, you need a team you can trust. At A Second Chance Bail Bonds, we've been helping families for nearly 20 years, providing fast, professional, and discreet service. With 12 locations across Metro Atlanta and Birmingham, we're available 24/7 to get your loved one home, quick and with care. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT, or visit atlbail.com today.
Hey there, I'm Tara, owner and publisher of Our Town Monthly, Cobb's premier lifestyle magazine, where you'll find familiar faces, local voices, and community businesses like St. Benedict's Episcopal School.
I'm Father Brian Sullivan, head of school at St. B's in Smyrna. We welcome students preschool through 8th grade into a diverse and inclusive community. With small classes and personalized learning, we focus on the whole child academically, socially, and emotionally. Beyond the classroom, our students thrive in arts, clubs, mini athletics, and community service. We're proud to offer Spanish as a core curriculum, and we are a STEM certified school, preparing graduates for success in high school and beyond. Applications are now open. Learn more at stbs.org.
Thanks, Father Brian. Friends, check out this community treasure. And remember, Our Town is your town at Our Town Monthly.
Of all the radio ads I've ever done, I only advertised one thing that I think saved my life. My CPAP machine, sleep apnea. And I found the best CPAP dealer out there ever, Roddy, at CPAPs, etc., in Alpharetta. CPAPsetc.com. Everything you need, all the supplies, shipped anywhere at a price that often beats insurance. CPAPsetc.com. Go take a peek now.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for True Prep. The weather's cooler, but the deals are getting hotter at True Prep's fall clearance sale. Take advantage of markdowns across every department, from firearms to prepping products, and save up to 66%. Don't wait, these deals won't last. And once they're gone, they're gone. Go to trueprep.com. That's TRUprep.com and click the fall clearance sale banner at the top of the page to see all the items on sale. These deals are only good in store and while supplies last. So hurry into True Prep today.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and for Stovall, this is a cause that's near to our hearts. We all know someone that has been affected by this terrible disease, and we have partnered with many of our vendors to raise money for this worthy cause. During the entire month of October, 100% of the proceeds of our selection of pink plants, as well as 10% of all Rainbird irrigation sales, will be donated to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. All Stovall locations will also be giving out free gifts for any donations made in store. For a full list of pink plants, as well as other ways to show your support, check out our website at stovallinc.com.
So, little Rolling Stones here for you. Trying to figure out this song. I'd never heard this song. I wouldn't know the difference. Oh, sorry. All right, sir. Satin shoe. Nasty food. I meant
nasty boots.
Boot, huh?
Cocaine eyes.
Wow. You guys know your music, all right. Man, he's really got the full screech going on there. 1973, the Stones did a couple of shows in Brussels, Belgium, part of a tour of Britain and Europe. Opening for the tour shows were Billy Preston and American group Cracker. The first band, this is amazing. Cracker was the first band to be signed to Rolling Stones Records. Bobby Keys did not show up for the concert, which resulted in him being banned by Mick Jagger from any other Rolling Stones tours from 1973 until 1989.
Yeah, and Keith snuck him back on the tour, and Mick just looked over and just shook his head and didn't say anything.
According to legend, Bobby missed the gig because he was filling a hotel bathtub with Dom Perignon champagne and drinking most of it. So there you go. That certainly seems reasonable to me. Birthday list with Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder today includes Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC is 54. Wycliffe Jean, or Jean, I'm not sure, is a Fugees or Fugees genius, 56. Fugees, is that what I know the name?
I'm just going to let you butcher these names.
I know, I'm so sorry. Fugie, in fact, I've heard one of their songs. I can't think of what it is, but I know I've seen the name before. I know that. And Ziggy Marley, the Jamaican star's 57, and it says here, considering who his father is, he probably enjoys toking grass. Well, now that's cold, sir. That's what I must say. Anyway, hold on. They got to start emptying these waste baskets around here. Reach over, put my whole foot in there. Oopsie daisy, I lost my place. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Don't do that, Mr. Phone. And on this day in history, 1956, a whirlwind trip around the world, based on the novel by Jules Verne, Around the World in 80 Days, opened in theaters this day in 1956. It was starring David Niven and Shirley MacLaine, among others. A lot of cameos, including Cesar Romero, Charles Coburn, Peter Lorre, Red Skelton, Frank Sinatra, Buster Keaton, Glynis Johns. The movie took only 75 days to do the whole thing. They had 700,000 feet of film, cut down to 25,000. The filming for Around the World in 80 Days was in England, France, India, Spain, Thailand, and Japan. They had 69,000 people wearing 75,000 costumes and 36,000 trinkets with 7,900 animals in the film. Was nominated for 8 Academy Awards, and Around the World in 80 Days won Best Picture and 4 others. Nominated for 8 and won 5, including Best Picture. They did a remake starring Jackie Chan in 2004 by Disney, and it didn't do much of anything, so just for the record.
Hey,
anyway.
remember yesterday when I told you about Vandy basketball player Chandler Bing?
Yeah, Chandler Bing. All the funny names of people to watch out for this year in college basketball, yes.
On his personal bio, has never watched Friends.
Are you serious? And that's his actual real name. Obviously, his parents named him because he's like 20 years old, probably, something like that.
He's a young African-American male, which is amazing because usually you don't name after those white kids on Friends.
Well, they made a whole thing that there's no black guy. You never see a black person on Friends. You know?
I mean, seriously, they live in New York City. You never saw a black person.
Never saw a black guy. Never go to a diner or a coffee shop or anything, Anyway, pretty weird. Let's see. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. A quick thank you. Again, I'm getting my car back tomorrow. Schottenkirk Ford and their body shop. It's called Jasper Paint and Body. And this shop, they have a girl named Jennifer up there, and she went out of her way. My car battery was dead. She said she took it upon herself to start calling around to get a battery. She called where she knew the battery came from by the type of it. And she, it's unbelievable. Just on her own, let me know everything's going on, taking care of all the stuff. It's all set to go. She's got the guys at Schottenkirk picking it up, so I'm going to drive my loaner up there tomorrow and go get it myself. You talk about customer service. If you're looking for body work, and again, they're not a commercial thing, and they're not doing freebies for me or anything like that. I'm just telling you, this customer service, I've never seen anything better in my life at Jasper Paint and Body and Schottenkirk, arranging this for me to make it so easy to get my car back. I can't tell.
You want me to wave at it when I go by?
You should.
Tonight?
You should. I'm telling you, it's and Schottenkirk too. Going zip up 575 or whatever
They're
it
the
is.
best. Schottenkirk is great.
They're good. I bought 4 cars from them, I think. And also good news, if you follow my videos I put on Facebook and YouTube of my horses when I go to the weekend stable, as you know, I mentioned Woody, the Alpha Clydesdale, passed away, went to across the Rainbow Bridge at the age of 22 a couple days ago. And his sidekick, Buzzy, who's been with him for 20 years since they were almost born together. They weren't same family, but they're close partners. And Buzzy, Jenny who runs the place at the stable, told me that Red Racer, watch the racehorse, I call him Red Racer, and Buzzy have become very best friends in one day, and everybody's happy again. And so I can't wait to see him tomorrow to take some videos of Buzzy's new friend, and everything's going to be fine when horses cross the Rainbow Bridge and we lose our animals. It's so sad, but I know he's playing with Jack the Good Boy, and Buzzy's got a new friend, and God bless America. So anyway, so a couple of happy things as far as I'm concerned, but make me feel better about stuff. And guys, have a great weekend tomorrow. Everything's going to be cool on that. I know Pete's got like 9 different things, and also we had 2 ball games tonight, both playoff games tonight. Do you have you think the Dodgers going to win it all, Pete, tonight? Is it the ball game, wouldn't it?
I think a best World Series right now is Toronto-LA. I think they're the 2 best teams.
I'll tell you, Toronto, I never really saw much about them, but they've sure been surprising. And, I mean.
Well, the Dodgers are the best team in baseball.
Yeah, I think so.
But we'll see if they can repeat.
That Yamamoto, is he their the new ace starter guy? He's probably, I think he's the one who led off the first game.
Hey, they're winning, and Ohtani isn't really doing anything. It's amazing.
I was just thinking about it.
He's slumping. He's slumping.
Yeah. Well, here we'll see. Anyway, it's got to fight. All right, 5-6 already. Jeez, I don't even know where to start. Again, our condolences to friends and family and those who have loved Ace Frehley. Passed away at 74, had injuries from a fall last month and had brain bleeding. And it killed him. He died. He was on life support, and which I hope means that he was not conscious so that he wasn't in pain. And, anyway, Ace Frehley from KISS, founding member, dead at 74. In case you missed it earlier, Prince Andrew is no longer the Duke of York or the Duke of Douche or Duke of Doom. They've taken all his, every possible royal thing is now gone because the latest on the Jeffrey Epstein case links him once again, where he said after everything was all exploding and everything else, he contacted Epstein again and said, we'll get through this together. I can't wait to go play with you some more later. So that's the ball.
He was the favorite. Has there been a bigger fall?
Yeah, that was the Queen's favorite nephew or son or event of all the family. That was Andrew was her favorite. Oh God! And again,
but you know what? He is just doing what Royal have been doing for 1,000, 2,000 years. What Royal have done, and finally somebody said, "No, enough's enough."
Well, look at the whole stinking family. Oh, hold on, we got a fabulous Flounders Funny. Brenda, the show. Here we go.
DoorDash is what's going to kill me. I mean, I don't know who I think I am. I look at it at night like it's Tinder.
DoorDash.
Just scrolling through, seeing who's open. Just, hey, Hardee's. The audacity I have when I order it. I'm just laying there. I'm like, bring me a Blizzard now. I want it right now. Lay it quietly on my porch. Don't let anybody in this house know I'm doing this. It costs $3,000 for this Blizzard. All right, I'll pay it. I ordered it one night, so I like McDonald's, and so I got a number 1 with no onions. And McDonald's, they do have a McFlurry, but they only let you do one size. I don't care for that. So I was going to get a Blizzard, and I double dashed it. So if you don't know, you can double dash it. And double dashing is when you just keep peppering the guy. You're like, what else is open around you? Maybe go see if they got nerds in that gas station. So I ordered it, but for some reason I thought it was going to be the same guy, but they put it in 2 different drivers, so they separated. Now I'm like watching the GPS, and I'm like, they're going to come at the same time. It's like in my worst nightmare. So I need one of them to get in a wreck. It happens. I mean, I see them both. They both make the turn at the same time. I'm mortified. The McDonald's comes in, drops it off. Dairy Queen has to let him back out. He was just in the cul-de-sac like I was having construction done in my house at 11 o'clock at night. He just, no, go ahead.
Nate Fergazzi. I love it. Boys, have a great weekend. Semper Fi, hoorah. Christine, sing me home, baby. I gotta go. You're killing me. Monday, we do it all over again. Be careful out there. Look out, Herb.
This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Locally owned and heard throughout Georgia on the Extra app.
Good deal. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. That's what President Trump says. He told Russian President Vladimir Putin in a phone call yesterday, where the two agreed to meet in Hungary later this month. Today, he hosted Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, who has asked for long-range missiles to aid in its battle with Russia.
Would much rather have them not need Tomahawks. Would much rather have the war be over.
After the meeting ended, Zelensky said it was productive, but admitted the president is hesitant to give Ukraine the missiles.
We decided that we don't speak about it because nobody wants, this United States doesn't want escalation.
Zelensky says the two also spoke about security guarantees for Ukraine. The Israeli military has received the remains of another hostage to be returned from Gaza. This as Hamas says it will not commit to disarm.
This directly clashes with President Trump's peace plan. And just yesterday, President Trump said that if they do not disarm, the U.S. will have no choice but to go in, use his words, and kill them. But he also made clear that any renewed action in Gaza would come from regional powers, not the U.S.
Fox's Benjamin Hall. Hamas had said yesterday it would take longer than expected to retrieve the bodies of hostages, some of which are in tunnels that it says were destroyed by Israel. The Trump administration has asked the Supreme Court to allow the deployment of National Guard troops in the Chicago area. The emergency appeal coming after a lower court judge paused for at least 2 weeks the deployment of Guard members from Illinois and Texas to help immigration enforcement. A federal appeals court refused to put that order on hold. A federal judge in Oregon has also temporarily blocked the deployment of National Guard troops there. Wall Street with its best week in 2 months. The Dow gained 238, the Nasdaq plus 117, the S&P up 34. America is listening to Fox News.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. And see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
A 14-year-old girl in Massachusetts is facing charges after allegedly killing a staff member at a residential facility for troubled kids.
Officials at Meadow Ridge Academy in Swansea say 53-year-old staff member Amy Morrell tried to keep a teenage girl from leaving the facility without permission Wednesday evening. After a struggle, the 14-year-old girl kicked Morrell in the chest. She collapsed but later died after being taken to a hospital. The school said in a statement they extend their heartfelt condolences to Amy's family and that support services and resources are being provided to students and staff. Meadowridge Academy is a boarding school for kids and young adults with mental health and behavioral issues. The girl has been arraigned in juvenile court on a charge of assault and battery causing serious injury. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Britain's Prince Andrew says he's giving up his royal title, and his friendship with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein returned to the headlines, saying the continued accusations about him distract from the work of his brother, King Charles. Excerpts of a posthumous book written by Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre accuse Andrew of having sex with her when she was just 17. A Trump administration official says people are committed to cleaning up bad loans at some regional banks.
White House National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett tells FBN's Maria Bartiromo the administration is working now on the issues that resulted in regional banks holding bad loans. Salt Lake City-based Zions Bancorp says it will take a large loss and is accusing some borrowers of fraud. The loans were originated by its California Bank and Trust subsidiary. Phoenix-based Western Alliance says it is suing a borrower accusing it of fraud. Hassett says the issues that resulted in the situation go back to the previous administration.
The good news is that we've got really talented, top-notch people in place cleaning things up right now.
Hassett also says the banking sector has ample reserve.
Fox's Jenny Casola. I'm Lisa Lacera. This is Fox News.